think we were in front of the Fighters Guild guy. Oh, where the hell are we? I was getting near Fort Ontos. Oh, because the game crashed, right. I think the game crashed, and I think... Actually, I think the stream crashed. Isn't that what happened? Oh, no, the stream didn't crash. No, I'm remembering now. So the game crashed as we were approaching the fortress, and I was like, I don't want to start it up, because it was like after 1 a.m. I was like, let's go wrap it up. So yeah, that's what happened. Yeah, so it was just it crashed near the time when we wanted to wrap up anyway, so it all kind of worked out. What's up, Blackbird? Good to see you. Todd Howard interview. Oh, that's exciting. That sounds exciting. I'm guessing it's about their new and upcoming projects, like space game project game. Starfield, is that what it's called? I'm guessing it's probably focused on that, but also maybe they would mention, yeah, something. I want to say Starfield. Does that sound right? I'm very good at keeping up with video game, but I'm guessing they probably also talked about other stuff. Maybe even some Elder Scrolls 6 news would be nice. What's up, El Gaso? Yeah, that'd be nice if we can get or just any information at all about, yeah, man, here's like some things we have in mind for this new big old game that a bunch of people are excited about. So there is some info, says Hans, and he doesn't want to spoil it. Well, I appreciate your consideration, Mr. Hans. What's up, Potato Proud? We got Sunflowers. Oh, we got all kinds of cool cats. Oh, lots of cool cats being here. Thank you for joining in, folks. We are in the midst of, I think this is a Fighters Guild quest. Oh no, I'm wrong. This is a Mages Guild quest. We've retrieved one of two, we'll call them like, maybe not holy relics or artifacts, but powerful artifacts or relics for the Mages Guild. There's been a toss-up, a scuffle, just unrest. There's been unrest within the Council of the Mages Guild because of, what's the guy's name? Big Scary Lich person? Big Scary Lich guy is like back from the dead for like the 1000th time. And he wishes to bring destruction upon the Mages Guild. And some of the council people are like, wow, that's fucky. We need to like go on the offensive. Others are like, wow, that's fucky. We should hide. And then others are like, well, we gotta protect others. And then others are like, I don't fucking know what to do. So everyone's in disarray. So there's like a few like clusters of Mages Guild people that said, all right, we need to take these like prized artifacts that this big scary guy is gonna want. The fact that we're housing this in the university means that because these are like high target things, it puts the university in peril. Because if he comes to claim those items, he's coming right to us, and this is right next to the capital, Imperial City. All these people live here. Like this is like a big target on our backs, and there's a lot of collateral damage that could happen. So let's get them out of the city and have them somewhere else on like a stronghold. But when you have them somewhere else, it means they're that much more of a low-hanging fruit, so much easier to acquire. So anyway, we've been dispatched to reacquire these artifacts. Went to the first place, thinking we would need to find the mages that took the artifacts and try to encourage them, or, you know, use diplomacy to convince them to give them to us. Except we found they were all dead, and the place was swarming with undead. So we were able to retrieve the item. I'm expecting the second one that we're going to Fort Ontos for will have the same fate. I'm guessing everybody will be dead, and that will claim the artifact from the undead who were trying to grab that chip for themselves. What's up, Mace? Good to see you, bud. All cats are cool. Can confirm. Yes, Starfield. That's the one. That's the game. The name of the game. There's also a Harry Potter game. Now that's probably not Bethesda, I'm guessing. But just in general, a game that you're interested in, which is perfectly valid. Because yeah, Starfield's a pretty hot one. That's one that a lot of people are excited for. Like, we've heard about Starfield in small amounts of in little tidbits of info for several years now. I'm trying to think when it was first announced. Whoop. Uh-oh, that's not good. So here's where the game crashed last time. We got to this point, and the game said, I don't know, Alex. It wasn't so sure. I'm gonna alt-tab back in, see if we can get past this point, since this is where it pooped last time. And we have not pooped. Oh, nope, I spoke too soon. Spoke too soon. It's still thinking about pooping. It's thinking about it. The stream keeps lagging, by the way. It's not your fault, dear viewer. It's definitely on my end, or on the game's end. Does not like anything that I'm doing. Okay, let's try this. We Gucci? Oh boy. Ooh, it's really struggling. Oh wow. This game is not happy with me right now. Augusta says, please die, game, please. I'm a little bit worried because this is where it crashed last time. I'm a little bit concerned that I hope it's not going to crash every time I approach this place. Major magical university in the yeah, you're right, Sunflower. This is why you want to put it somewhere a little bit farther out, right? Just a little bit farther out, and not just put it in the back door of, or on the back, what am I trying to say? The backyard of like where millions of people live. Avalanche Studios, yeah, I got you. My way for a bit. For Starfield Maze, yeah, that's probably the strat, honestly. Or wait for it to go on sale. That's probably what I'll do. I mean, it takes me so long to like get around to playing games anyway, so that I'm in no rush. Wow, this game is not willing to behave very well. Get some community patches. Now we're talking. Yeah, get the modding community in there. Get in there, modding community. Dude, this game is very unhappy with me. So this is the point, back with the configuration I was using previously, this is the point where it would have killed OBS and or crashed Windows. Yeah, I think what I need to do is I'm trying so hard, but every time I try to hit anything, my graphics drivers are like struggling. So I just want to save. I just want to make like a separate save, so I can then close the game, reload, and hopefully the act of reloading will get past whatever demon has nestled itself into the bowels of this game right now. Okay, holy shit! I got to the pause menu, but now I don't have a cursor. Well, that's a problem. I would very much like a cursor, please. Boy, howdy. Still no cursor. Shit. Let's see. I'm getting a lot of signs from OBS that it's very unhappy with me. So if OBS does go down suddenly, it was not of my intention. It was not of my design. It just got really quiet, by the way. I think that means the game is getting ready to crap out, actually. Oh, shut the jaws. Yeah, dude, too fucking real, dude. Uh-oh, that's not good. Okay, you still hear me, right? Yes, you do. Shockingly... Oh, boy. Okay, that's not good. All right, let's bring out Task Manager. Wow. Whatever's going on, it doesn't let me... Can I control delete? Yes. Yes, I can. I can control delete, but it's not letting me bring up Task Manager. That's a little bit scary. I don't have a cursor. I don't have Task Manager. I can't Alt Tab, but I can control delete. Oh, okay, let's try this. Okay. Okay, Task Manager is open. I just can't see it. God damn it. Why is this so hard, man? I walked like 10 feet. Okay, 50 feet. I walked 50 feet forward. And the game said, oh, Alex, that's so cute. That's cute that you think I was going to let you do something. Yeah, it was cute. I thought I was being very adorable. Thank you very much. Here we go. All right, got Task Manager. Yeah, Oblivion does not want to close, by the way. So, there we go. Holy shit. That was such a struggle. Holy moly. I feel like, how frequently do I get to say the words, wow, I've never seen that happen before, when it comes to like the technical bullshit that I have to deal with this game. And to be clear, I do like this game. I earnestly do enjoy my time with this game. But fuck, man. Playing it and streaming it is sometimes a fucking chore. Like, holy moly. Game, let me play you. It's just so much to ask. Like, I love the game when we're able to play it, but oh my god, sometimes it's like pulling teeth just to get anything going. Holy shit. Get a blue screen after. That's what has happened. Actually, I do get blue screens on a very rare occasion, but what sometimes happens is that when the game gets in this loop, is that it gets into the state that it was in just now, but it locks up all of Windows. So we don't get a blue screen, but Windows very much is like excluded from my input, from my control. So it's like the game like refuses to relinquish itself from whatever hooks are in the operating system, or I guess vice versa, the operating system that has its hooks in the game. Like for whatever reason, it just hoses Windows, which is so frustrating. Control Shift Escape. Go right to Task Manager. I've actually never tried that. Control Shift Escape. Control Shift Escape. Not seeing it on my end. I did cast a spell. Yeah, Alt F4. Yeah, Alt F4. I was thinking the same thing, Quirky. If a Task Manager was continuing to be a pain in the ass, and Alt F4 always works too. Well, doesn't always work, but sometimes works. Let's try going around the other way. Maybe that's what's going on here. Maybe there's something over there that it doesn't like. Let's go the other way. I just need to get into this place, man. Make it come to the top. Oh, that would be actually very excellent. Yeah. Actually, hold up. Let's do that right now. I'm actually kind of surprised I didn't already have that set. Let's see if I can do this. Probably under options. Here we go. Yeah, I see it. Yeah, always on top. I like being on top. Good stuff. Default tab, processes, excellent. Yeah, that's a good thing to point out, I guess. So for some reason, I never thought to look in the option settings, but that is a very good thing to point out. Hopefully, we won't ever need that level of desperation, but now we know. Now we know. C++ code. I do kind of wonder what is going on under the hood with this game. I mean, this would have been before things like Unity and Unreal Engine were like, well, Unreal Engine would have been an industry standard, but like not as wide of an industry standard as it is now. So yeah, I mean, could this be? I'm trying to think, like, is Hans memeing, or is there legit evidence that this is using, that there's like some kind of C++? I mean, you can use OpenGL with C++. I mean, that's a valid strat. I don't know if it's the best, most efficient strat, but it's a thing you can do. Am I running any mods? I am running the unofficial patches. I'm running I'm running the base unofficial patch, the DLC unofficial patch, and the Shivering Isles unofficial patch. But I'm not running any, like, actual mods, so to speak. No mods that, like, change things significantly. Yeah. Dude, Ogasso's the genius, man. Surprised it's not. Yeah, same, actually. Yeah, same. Ogasso, you're becoming more of an IT professional than you probably have ever wanted to. The keeper of many knowledges. Some of them great, some of them terrible. Hopefully both. If we're lucky, hopefully it's both. Treasure chest. They developed the engine themselves. I was gonna say, I was actually wondering, like, because I feel like I've seen the Havoc brand, so I figured it was using Havoc, but I don't know what Havoc is built off of. So if it's based on Havoc and it's built with C and C++, C++ doesn't shock me too much. C is a little bit odd to hear. A Marauder, by the way, we haven't seen one of these in a hot minute. Shoutouts to bingo boards, by the way. We might have people who would be excited to see Marauders in plain broad daylight right now. New Vegas as well, yeah, that's the thing, Mace, and it's something that I know I've mentioned a number of times whenever we have problems like this, is that part of it is the game, sure, but I think what it most likely is just PC games from this era, because Fallout New Vegas, this game right now, Oblivion, these came out within just a few years of each other. So it seems like PC games from that period of time just have some weird crustiness about them when running on Windows 10, Windows 11, like modern operating systems. Like once you get them going, they're alright. Like right now we're doing okay, but so it's not like it's crashing on startup or anything, but yeah, there will be moments where it will shit the bed. So it's frustrating, but it seems like that just comes to the territory. Same with like SWAT 4, when myself and Dave and Arctic played through that. All kinds of bullshit we had to deal with, and SWAT 4 would have been a little bit before this one, but not that much before. So, but like, you know, you go back and play Quake. You go back and play Doom. Well, like Quake and Doom, I guess those are early id games. So I guess it's kind of an unfair comparison. But I mean, you play Diablo 2. You play what are some other, like MechWarrior 3 ran shockingly well, and 4 for that matter. And those games are like significantly older than this one. So it's like, it's weird. Well, actually, MechWarrior 4 might not have been that much older, but 3 was like super, super old. Morrowind, for that matter. Holy fuck, Morrowind out of the box works flawlessly. Now, it looks like garbage, but it does not. I mean, I guess I shouldn't speak too confidently, but I've never had the game vanilla crash on me before for Morrowind. That game's hella old. So there's something about mid 2000s that it's just too much sometimes. I'm getting thirsty. Oh Lord, he's marauding. Yo, what's up, Irossi, New Vegas? Yeah, I was gonna say, I think I've had a few people, and Irossi might have been one of them, but a few people mentioned that New Vegas gave them problems, which is a shame because apparently New Vegas is like the best one out of all of them. As I've mentioned before, I've only played Fallout 1, the original. I've only played, and I beat it, played through the whole thing, but I've only played the first one. And I really want to play 2 and 3 and New Vegas, but for 3 and New Vegas, I'm like preemptively girding my loins for when the fuckery that I'm experiencing now will probably happen again. Because I mean, I think somebody had said at one point that New Vegas and 3, for that matter, use a lot of the same, like have a lot of engine similarities with Oblivion. So much so that there are some bug fixes and some patches you can find online that are tagged as being for one game but work for at least 2, if not all 3, which is pretty impressive, honestly. Lots of fun installing. Yeah, I understand, Mace. That face, you mean this handsome face right here, Mace? This face right here? I see nothing wrong with this beautiful face. I don't know what you're getting at. Not at all. New Vegas randomizer? Are you saying that there is a New Vegas randomizer, Potato Prior, or are you saying that... Oh, okay, I'm not being sneaky then. Or are you saying... Oh, wait, this is a nice person. Okay, well, see, I'm not used to seeing nice people here. I'm used to seeing death and destruction. But no, I thought you were getting at, Potato Prior, is that the act of getting the game to run properly is the randomizer. The randomizer is, like, the RNG you're trying to beat is, will you be able to launch this game? Challenge level impossible.
Are you hear about the amulet? If so, Karania has it.
Okay, good. Oh, strange that there is no other conversation topics to be had.
If you're here to help, you'd best go see Karania. She'll tell you what we need.
It's a good thing that she saw us, like, very obviously, because I would have, without hesitation, assassinated her in a single shot. Like, if she had her back turned to us, I see a place like this, and I see fucking scary person in robe, I go, nope, not even gonna give him a chance. But she's not wearing the necromancer uniform, so that's on me. That's on me to, you know, maybe not assume the worst every time. The face only a mother could... Fantastic, Mace. That is an unpleasantly appropriate thing to say. That is delightfully fucked up, and I appreciate that. 3 is super good. New Vegas is... Yeah, that's what a lot of people say. It's like 3 was incredible because it like came out of nowhere. Because, I mean, 3 was like the first Fallout game in how long? Like how many years? So 3 was like a surprise, and apparently has a pretty cool story, but everyone loves New Vegas now.
You'd better talk to Karania before you do anything else.
Okay, I will do exactly that. Now, it's worth noting these guys are all they're all armed, right? These guys got their gat. They're all packing heat, and I would say in this game I have learned that NPCs are not given heat to pack unless they're expected that there's a chance that they will need them. You go to like a town or a city, you will mostly see people unarmed, like with not weapons, like obviously. Sides, except for guards, obviously, but regular NPCs are typically like without their weapons on hand. So there's either going to be some shit that goes down because bad guys are going to storm here, or we're going to say, hey man, this relic that the fucking miniature Marcus Mannimarco. Manny, are you okay? I can't remember the guy's name. But anyway, big scary lich person. He's going to be looking for these artifacts, and we can't have them here. Let's bring them back to the university. They might say, fuck that. Now we're going to try to kill you, Alex. And then they draw their weapons, and then I get scared and I pee my pants.
If you're here to help, you'd best go see Karanya. She'll tell you what we need.
Lived in Wall City, yeah. Yeah, I mean, who could blame them for not wanting to be armed all the time, you know? Leave the weapons at home and I'll just go hang out in the cities. Perfectly viable option, I would say.
What are you doing here? Well, Karanya will want to talk to you.
Who's this Karanya person? I gotta find her. Let's call him Wormy Boy, little worm dude. When we get to meet this guy, I bet he will be very thrilled at the fact that we can't remember his name. And we're gonna call him, like, Little Worm Boy. He's gonna really be a fan. And he's definitely not gonna be offended. Was that a Smooth Criminal reference? Mace, I never make weird esoteric references to, like, older music. I never do that, alright? I have actually never listened to music before. I've never heard it in my life. So I just turn my ears off the second they come up. So yes, it was. That's the answer. The answer is yes, it absolutely was. And I have no shame. Very hard. Wow. Wow. Just gotta find where this person is. She's gotta be here somewhere. Is it you? No, your name is Mage. And I just met like 7 of your identical, well, not identical twins, but twins with the same name earlier. And also, yeah, they're not named. And that makes me nervous.
If you're here to help.
Yeah, I'm a little bit worried that you're gonna try to fuck my day up, so that makes me a little bit worried. Also, this is not owned, so I can just do this, and you're okay with it? You're cool with it? Alright. If you're cool with it, then I'm cool with it. Yeah. Not one of those, that's right, yeah. Anybody who's been here before probably has heard me nerd out about music. I'm sorry, nerd out about how much I dislike music. I definitely, actually on Monday's stream, I definitely didn't spend like half an hour nerding out at King Crimson. I don't even own this. This is not a thing I even have. Yeah, that is, I'm not a very good liar. He's a narcissist. Yeah, that is precisely what I'm getting at, Piazza. That would like deal some psychic damage, which is the strat, honestly. Oh, Jesus. Sorry, I wasn't ready for that. That's the strat, is to get this guy so flustered. Because, yeah, we forgot his name, and he's going to be, like, all pissy about it. Like, get him so, like, worked up that he gets sloppy, and he fucks up. He drops his guard. That's when you go in. Actually, what you're supposed to do is when you meet the Bond villain, he goes, "Ah, yes, Mr. Bond, I was expecting you," and then they do their big diatribe. You just fucking shoot him in the head while they're doing their soliloquy to, well, a soliloquy is to the audience. Their monologue to you. Just cut him off short and just fuck him up.
Are you here about the amulet?
I am here about the amulet. Mage, whose name shall only be known as Mage. Or maybe it's a family name. Maybe Mage is their last name. And this is just a very, like, unpleasantly large family. Like 30 siblings, and Hiranya is her mother. Is their mother. Their extremely exhausted mother. Hey, Jet with the 36. 36. Good Christ. 36 months. That's fucking crazy. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Jet. It's good to see you, bud. I was hanging out in, with Jet and Alina just a couple days ago. They were streaming It Takes Two. I think that was it last night or the night before? I think it was 2 nights ago. Although I think Alina was the one streaming it, but Jet was like on Discord call and was playing the game with her. That was a fun time. So the It Takes Two stream was pretty cool. I hope you guys are able to finish that one. No one can fuck with Bulbous Boy. Bulbous Boy is unfuckable, which a little on the nose there. That is very generous. Personality. I think personality I've needed to have. I've been in need of it being restored for a long time now. Yeah. Well, and my luck. Actually, do I have restore? I think I do not have restore luck, but I definitely do not have restore personality. So I will drink that restore personality potion. A rare potion drink situation. Can't believe it. Hardly believe it. But yeah, damaged luck though. I've yet to find a way to restore luck. charisma. So we drank that shit. So now our personality. Oh, it's still very low. Maybe it's being diminished by the scale thing that we have. Maybe that like lowers it with the like it gives it the red text, but maybe it's just permanent. Like maybe there's no this thing. Yeah, I can't remember. There was a way to see like what it does, like the stats that it does. Pumpkin pie almonds, but oh, you saw that? Yeah. You saw that, Piazza? Pumpkin pie almonds. I got them on a whim at the grocery store. They were on sale. And I was like, yeah. And as you can see, I've almost finished them. They're actually they're all right. I don't think I would actually buy them again. I like pumpkin flavored things. Like the bag was like pretty full when I bought it, and this is like 2 or 3 weeks old at this point. So, but they're pretty good. I mean, I like pumpkin flavored things, but there's a lot of them. That's the thing. Like you get a lot in a bag. It's like $6 for the whole bag, so it was pretty good value. But yeah, they're all right. They're all right. Good co-op. Yeah, I've heard it is a really like good game with lots of cool variety, and it seemed like that was the case. It seemed like a lot of good variety, a lot of like interesting ways of keeping the game fresh and cool, like sequences that blends together well. It really looks fantastic.
What are you doing here? Well, Karanya will want to talk to you. You should go see
She seemed
her.
a little panicked. It is a -2. Maybe that's what's going on then. Yeah, I thought at one point we had something damaged by a spell. Same with luck. But yeah, maybe it's the scales then, Piazza. That might just be it. And it's red because it's like not a standard debuff, but it's like an item-based debuff or something. Because the red text made me think it was like a temporary damage. 36. No, hey, Mace, that's very much appreciated, bud. That is the way I see it. 2 months of a resub. You could have like gotten the first month from a gift sub or something like that, or it could have been from like a Prime gaming sub, something like that. So the fact that you know, or I don't want to say committed, but opted in for a regular sub is super generous, and not something I ever expect, obviously, but like that's like super cool. So the fact that you were like, yeah, let's go for it. We're gonna help out Mr. Alex and be a cool dude is very, very kind of you, Mace. I shouldn't assume dude, but very, very generous of you. And of course, Jet. I've known Jet for a long time. 36 months is a crazy long time to be subbed. Holy shit. 3 goddamn years. That's nutty. So here she is. Here's Karanya. In a few things, I mean, she looks fairly normal. However, this is a little bit like, you know, bleh, a little icky, a little bit not great. Zombie shit and obvious necromancer banners everywhere. Yeah, not a good look. So, hey, can we talk about this, Karanya? Indeed, are all those people gonna try to fuck my day up?
Well, this is quite a surprise. I thought you were Traven's lapdog, doing whatever he said. And yet, here you are. Good that you've finally seen the light. The cause will benefit from your assistance.
The cause, you say? That's a good point, Piaz. We could just drop on the ground and see if that does it. Gotta start somewhere. Well, like I said, I appreciate any amount of you know, helping the channel, helping me out. I always want to tell people that, like, if you're here for more than 5 seconds, that's awesome. Then, you know, when people spend any amount of time here, that's great. Because your time is valuable, and then spending money is like, that's crazy. That's insane. And of course, it's appreciated, but it's never an expectation. So like, and it's something I think about a lot when it comes to streaming, because when I think of my goals as a streamer, I don't really think in terms of like sub revenue or like money that I make. I think more in terms of viewership and again, getting people's time. So that's the thing that I gun more for. So whenever people subscribe or resubscribe, it's like, what are you doing? that's not what I'm here for. I mean, of course, again, it's great. It's something I'm flattered by, but I'm always like, what? That's a thing people do? What the shit? But yeah, and again, I feel like I don't have a lot to offer subs because my Discord is open for everybody. I'm still working with an emote artist to get new and additional emotes, but that's kind of in progress. But it's like I feel like I don't have a lot to offer for that $5 a month. So yeah, it's something I don't really focus on too much. But maybe I should. Maybe I should focus on it more, honestly. Yeah, shout out to the Discord server. That is open for anybody to join. Anybody at all can join
The
it.
Mages Guild has made more than a few enemies since necromancy was banned.
She said ominously. Speaking of necromancy, let's talk about that amulet.
What? You're here to take it back to Traven? Oh, my dear, I'm afraid you're in over your head. I don't answer to Traven. I heed only the word of Mannimarco.
So she's just straight up
As the
into
amulet, his
necromancy.
power will be increased, and Traven will be helpless to stand in his way. You, I'm afraid, won't be standing at all.
Yeah, she's just like, it's not like she's like disagreeing with him.
I'd like to have you mostly intact, so Mannimarco can suck the marrow from your bones.
That's cool vocal delivery, by the way. Can suck. She wants to watch Mannimarco give me the suck. Oh, down she goes. That was kind of satisfying. It's going down. I'm shouting timber as she just kind of planks and goes down. Oh boy. Yeah, so to recap, yeah, she was like, at first I was thinking, oh, she disagrees with Traven and thinks he's being too meek and needs to be more aggressive. No, she was just full-throated down for necromancy. She's like, oh no, I'm into necromancy. Mannimarco, miniature Marcus is my fave. He's my BFF, and he's my boy crush. And I think he's really cool. And so I was like, all right, cool, let's fight. And then we stabbed her once, and then she got paralyzed, and that was curtains. There was no coming back from that. So anyway, so Necromancer's amulet is, well, it's actually horrible, but it's really cool if you don't care about strength or endurance. So if you want to be a naked, health pointless, sad person, well, I guess it's only 25, so it doesn't drain everything. But that's pretty rough though. A lot of magic though. Fortify Magicka? Ooh, doggy. That is pretty sweet. So anyway, that confirms that yeah, these were all necromancers, so her mage buddies are probably gonna fight me. So yes, it wasn't a matter of like a disagreement. These were absolute traitors, or at least she was. She's a traitor. Yeah, she wanted to give him the big thing. Got to get out of here and take the amulet, but we all know this is not gonna go well, obviously. Waiting for me to stream. Oh, well, thank you for that, Piaz. I appreciate that, bud. Conversing and hosting. Well, thank you, mates. You're very kind. You're very kind with all this nice things. Flattery will get you everywhere. Wink, my friends. It's very. I'm a lucky dude. I'm a lucky dude to have all these nice people offering all this encouragement. Suck the marrow from. Yeah, it was like a good delivery, I think, at least to my amateur ears. It was very menacing. Oh, see, yeah, now they got the outfit. Now they have the... Oh, I'm over here, person. They have the uniform. So the uniforms were obscured earlier. Nice little bounce. But not so much anymore. So they're no longer mages. They are absolute necromancers. So there's more where that came from, most assuredly. I like sequence break. Yes, I absolutely can. Although, I don't know if it's really a sequence break. Well, yes, actually, so I could have just unlocked this... this door here and kind of skipped a bunch of stuff that we saw earlier. Because yeah, we saw this door earlier. At least I think we did. Yeah, these very hard locks. Actually. Boop. Shing. Skeleton friend. Mage is skeletal hero. I'm curious where this leads, but that tells me that it's gonna be like down into things. Down in the dungeon, just Hoople and me. I kind of want to turn more people into trees that I can chop down as they slowly slide down, sadly. Suck the marrow from your bones. I think what it comes down to is she wanted to see Mannimarco suck me. I think that's what she got really excited about, so I think... And who could blame her? That'd be the show of the century. When she says, I wanted to watch him give you the big suck. The danger suck. And we denied her. And she's very sad about it. Anybody else we could fight? Oh, it was the separate instance, probably. That's probably... Oh, yeah, I get it now, Yeah. We'll go ahead and unlock this. Oh, never mind, we have the key for it, so we don't need to. Yeah. Okay, right, there was the separate instance. So I think that's what this is going to lead us to. I was thinking it was going to maybe lead to something new, but I think it's just going to lead back around. Goldbrand to the... Yeah, maybe that's what it is. We got like a good crit with Goldbrand, and she... teetered down like a statue, like pushing a statue over from a pedestal. Check behind the gates. Oh yeah, because of the treasure chest, you mean, Piazza? So my torch ran out. Let's see, yeah, behind one of those was... Whoa! What's the thingy? Oh, Mace! Also gifting, or donating to our fundraiser. Thank you, Mace. That's very, very kind. Holy shit, that's so generous. Mace hits us with the sub, the resub rather, and then hits us with the extra life donation. Thank you, Mace. My goodness. You're too good to me, my man. That's so very kind. Thank you very much. Because, yeah, the fundraising stuff is something that is very near and dear to my heart. It's something that... I mean, well, technically every stream I do is a fundraising stream because we have... Oh, let's listen, by the way.
Goodbye.
Oh, I missed it. Oh.
Yes? The Colovian Highlands are barren wastes.
Oh, I want to hear them, like, talk about necromancer shit. I want to hear them do necromancer gossip. Be like, oh, wow, skeletons are really cool. I want to get naked and rub myself all over them. I don't know. That seems like a thing necromancers would say. But thank you, Mace. Thank you very much, by the way. You might already know this, but for anybody who might be curious, Extra Life is, of course, the fundraising thing that we have kind of targeted for the streams that I do. And every stream I do is an Extra Life fundraiser stream. And, well, what is Extra Life? Oh, you're not supposed to see me. Heck. So it is a fundraiser for the Children's Miracle Network. So for those of us in North America, you've probably seen like on grocery stores or like in Dairy Queens, that kind of thing. It's the little fundraiser thing that has the hot air balloon icon with like little people in it. They've changed the icon a bunch over the years. I think now it's kind of a more simplified approach. But yeah, little hot air balloon with like hospitals stuff. So it's for Children's Miracle Network, so they're children's hospitals. And Extra Life is a fundraiser that is not, yes, it goes for those children's hospitals, but more specifically, it goes to help kids in situations that might not be able to afford the medical care that they need. Because a lot of times it's, it's a children's hospital, right? It's not like, oh, I've got an owie on my elbow. It's like, oh, this person had like a horrible injury, or this kid has like a bad disease. So, this more specialized care that, let's be honest, gets very expensive. And yeah, some families can't afford it, so that's where Children's Miracle Network can help them out, and provides great care all year long across United States and Canada, so North America just in general. So, and the nice thing that I like as a fundraiser for Extra Life is I don't got to do shit other than do the fundraiser. Like, I do my fundraising activities, and that's it. I don't have to handle the money. I don't have to deal with like the 501c like tax form. All I gotta do is do the fundraising, because the money Mace just donated goes right to Extra Life, so I don't touch it. And it actually, more specifically, it goes to Children's Miracle Network, because Extra Life does not take a cut. Extra Life is just the fundraiser, so it's all going towards the nice folks over at CMN. So it's like you get that rest assured feeling of like there's none of that like bullshit where, oh well, this person over here takes a cut, this person takes a cut. Then by the time it gets to the people that like need the money to do the important stuff, it's like 10% of what was donated. It's like none of that kind of shit, which is nice. And one thing I always like to point out is that Children's Miracle Network, like a lot of charity groups, they get reviewed every year by like these watchdog groups to make sure that, again, you get these charity groups. Some of them are maybe not always the best about how much they actually spend on the things they say they're going to spend it on, but Children's Miracle Network always gets top marks with like administrative overhead costs and whatnot. They run a pretty efficient operation over there, so it's something I'm always like happy to say like they're the ones, because it's like reassuring, I think, people donating their hard-earned money towards this fundraising stuff, It's like they want to make sure it's going towards the people that are actually gonna like help out with care for kids, sick and injured children that need the assistance, right? Don't want that kind of stuff to be just going in the pockets of administrators. Like this needs to go to the people that need it, to the peeps. So anyway, that's a lot of words to say. Mace, you're a freaking homie. Thank you for donating to our charity stuff. Had a lot of people donate over the past couple weeks to our fundraising stuff, which is super heckin' cool. A lot of people donate directly, just like Mace did. A lot of people donate indirectly because any revenue that I earn from streaming also goes back towards Extra Life, fundraising. That's why the ticker that's above my head right now is so full, because a few weeks ago I totaled up all the Twitch payouts I had gotten since this time last year, added them all up, and did one big old donation of that amount into the fundraiser. So that like brought it a whole bunch of great progress compared to where it was. So it's like, you know, every time somebody spends money on the channel, either directly for the Extra Life stuff or indirectly from like cheers or resubbing, it's all going towards the fundraising. So it's all real good stuff. Excuse me. Why would you need a skeleton if not to get naked and rub all over it, Mace? Honestly, asking the hard-hitting questions. That is a very good question, Mace. I mean, that's the only reason why I have a skeleton, is so that I can remove it from my body and then get naked and then do strange things to it. That's what necromancers say. Hans, I thought as much. Thank you for confirming. Oh, really? Friend's daughter had leukemia. Wow, that's scary. Holy moly. With the housing for the parents. Mace, that is exactly the kind of shit that I love to talk. Well, I don't like to talk about it. Well, all right, how do I say this? I like to talk about, like, the good that kind of situation does. I don't like to talk about the child having leukemia. That's pretty fucked. Like, that's the kind of shit that grown-ass adults shouldn't have to deal with, much less a child. Ooh, buddy. So that's horrible. But the silver lining in that situation is, yeah, I'm glad that if it was Children's Miracle Network or a similar charity was able to step in and help with, like you said, I guess like a hotel or some kind of temporary living arrangement situation. Because yeah, those are the kinds of cases that come to mind. Because sometimes somebody will pop in and be like, oh hey, I want to hear more about what this charity, like what the fundraising is actually like funding. Like, is it funding grants? Is it funding research? Is it funding like new equipment for the hospitals or a new wing for the hospitals? And the answer to that question is technically all those things, because what it's funding is it's funding the discretionary fund for these Children's Miracle Network hospitals. And the discretionary fund is kind of what it sounds like. Discretionary meaning at the discretion of the hospital. But it doesn't mean that they use it to fund pizza parties. What it means is that is that there's to my understanding, is that there's a lot of other things that get funded for these hospitals, for Children's Miracle Network hospitals, that kind of thing. And those things are sometimes intended for grants or for equipment or for this or for that. Whereas discretionary fund is to kind of fill in the blanks, because there are costs that come up that are outside of those boundaries of here's what this money is meant for. And the case that Mace mentioned is the exact case, maybe not the exact case, but a similar case to one that I had read about a little while ago. It happened here in St. Louis, where there was a little girl from Alaska that had some super rare disease, and the only hospitals that could treat it were in the mainland of the United States, and St. Louis was the most I don't want to say the closest, because it's Alaska obviously, but it was the one that made the most sense for them financially. But again, that's all the way in Alaska, and St. Louis is in the middle of the continental United States. So what they did is that they used the discretionary fund to fund the travel for the kid, so they could fly her out, but also the travel for her parents, and I think like one of her siblings, and then to fly out there with her, and then also hotel costs for however long her treatment was to take for her family, so that way she wasn't by herself. Because you take a kid who's got a life-threatening disease, life-threatening condition, you take them from their home state, so they're in a scary new place, and it's in a hospital. Hospitals are already scary. There's all these factors that make it fucking horrible, and they were going to be by themselves again, you know, without their parents, without the siblings, or sibling in this case. So the fact that that's where, again, Children's Miracle Network was able to step in, use that discretionary fund finances to cover all those travel costs. Like, those are the kinds of things that insurance obviously has nothing to do with. So, like, you know, insurance can help with a lot of that stuff, but insurance would look at travel costs and bulk and be like, that's not our problem. So that's where that kind of discretion comes in. So anyway, so Mace, I'm glad to hear that yeah, your friend's daughter was able to get treatment, and I'm fascinated that you just mentioned the case that's very similar to kind of the emblematic case that I describe whenever I describe the discretionary thing. So it sounds like that's probably not that uncommon then. Because I'll be honest, there have been times whenever I've told that story. I've told that story on stream before, where I've thought to myself, like, I wonder if this is like kind of uncommon. Like, if the thing I'm describing, oh, that was kind of like a good storybook example, but it doesn't happen all that often. Maybe it does happen all that often. Maybe it's much more common than I might think that it is. Go above and beyond. Dude, that's what I like to hear, man. That's the good shit that's reaffirming to me, again, as like a fundraiser. There's a number of people here in St. Louis that are streamers, content creators and whatnot. We got the Twitch St. Louis streaming community, many of whom are friends of mine. Some of them are people I watch. Some of them are some of my mods, and some of them are just friends in general. And the guy that runs the show right now, the guy that is one of the main admins of the Twitch St. Louis group, one of his kids was born. I can't remember what the details were. He's talked about it on his stream before. His name is Mad Dog Mike, and he does the podcasts with Future Man. If you've ever heard of Future Man Gaming. But he's talked about this before, how like one of his kids, I think, was born with some kind of, it wasn't like a birth defect, but it was like they were born with some kind of complication, and it was a scary complication. And him and his I think his wife at the time, and like his family, they were doing okay financially, but like the cost for like the operation to address this like life-threatening thing that their kid had was like insurance was only able to cover so much, and it was gonna fucking bankrupt them. So yeah, Children's Miracle Network helped them out. I'm trying to remember if they fronted the entire bill or if they like just were able to whittle it down to a much more reasonable approach. But yeah, they were able to get the surgery for their kid like instantly, like right when it was needed, and their kids, like, you know, still kicking it, you know, still alive and kicking and killing it right now. So and like perfectly healthy and perfectly normal. So it's like, you know, that gave him or his kid and honestly that whole family kind of a new lease on kind of, I don't want to use the phrase new lease on life necessarily, but like you know, a fighting chance, which is some good shit. I think it might have been specifically Children's Miracle Network, because you mentioned a good point. Children's Miracle Network is not the only one that does this kind of thing. There's other charity, like children's hospital charity things that do similar things. I think I want to say like the Shriners hospitals do something similar. I don't think that's specifically for kids though. Oh, there's still more. And then when it comes to things on Twitch specifically, or I mean, I shouldn't say only Twitch, but things a lot that are like on Twitch or YouTube that have like a kind of gaming, like fundraiser for gamer, like just like gaming centric focus. There's Extra Life, there's Child's Play. Child's Play is more for purchasing video games to put in hospitals, so that way like kids that are in hospitals can play video games and like have something to take their minds off the treatments they're receiving. So like, yeah, just providing games and peripherals for kids that are stuck in hospitals for overnight stays, that kind of thing. So that's Child's Play. And then there's St. Jude's, and St. Jude's is pretty big too. St. Jude's Play Live is the big annual event, and that usually gets like quite a bit of coverage and support and advertising, you know, on Twitch and on YouTube. A lot of big streamers participated in it, streamers and content creators, which is great. The thing about St. Jude's is that it's kind of like the other end, the other side of the coin that Extra Life does. So Extra Life is all about like, here's what we're gonna do to like help pay for and help fund known procedures, known diseases, that kind of stuff. So not a lot of bleeding edge stuff or like cutting edge stuff, more like just helping with stuff that is known and it's like we can handle it, but it's expensive. Whereas St. Jude's is more for grant money and more for research. That's more like you get into the cutting edge kind of stuff. So they're both awesome and they both do cool shit. They just do different kinds of cool shit. So it's nice that they both get, you know, quite a bit of coverage. Also, we've seen this helmet before. We've had this exact helmet for a long time. Flash Bolt, I think we might already have that one, but I'll still get it. Still get that shit. Like when they win those, that's right, yeah, we need more of those. We need more of those, man. It's nice to hear when, yeah, when those kinds of stories have a happy ending. I remember, this would have been, actually, this was the same night I got my cool, like, you should all be jealous of my cool Children's Miracle Network Hospitals branded water bottle. I got this, I want to say 3 or 4 years ago. Thirsty, by the way. Because here in St. Louis, we have 2 Children's Miracle Network hospitals. We have St. Louis Children's Hospital, and then we also have, and I always kind of fuck up the name, it's like, it's SSM Cardinal Glennon Children's Care Center, I think, or Children's Medical Center. We all just call it Cardinal Glennon. But, they, oh, beard hair, yep. Beard hair in my mouth, that happens. And so we have, okay, so again, we have 2 of them. We have 2 CMN hospitals, so we are, you know, we're blessed with 2 excellent facilities, but it's a challenge from a fundraising perspective, because it's like, well, shit, man, now we gotta raise twice as much money, so we're helping them both out, right? And I've gotten to take tours of, I think I think I had to miss the Cardinal Glennon tour 1 year, because they would do like an annual tour. They haven't done it the past couple of years. But they would do an annual tour each year, and I think they did, the first year was the St. Louis Children's Tour, and I was able to go to that one. The second year I had some kind of conflicts, and that was the Cardinal Glennon one. And then the third year, whoops, I think I'm going the wrong way. The third year was back to St. Louis Children's. So I've taken the St. Louis Children's Tour twice. And the second time was the night I got this, is because it was my birthday. It was my birthday that day, and I was like, yeah, I'll go to the hospital tour. It sounds nice. Sounds like that's a good way to, you know, spend the birthday, is having like a good reminder of like the fundraising stuff that we do and why it's important. And the person that is our kind of our Twitch St. Louis, or not Twitch St. Louis, Children's Miracle Network St. Louis representative, her name is Melissa. She's popped into the stream sometimes in the chat. She's friends, I'm friends with her on Facebook, and she saw that it was my birthday, so she gave me the water bottle as a nice little birthday present during the tour, which is really nice. And here's the person. Yep, I knew it. I knew she was going to be waiting for us. So, but yeah, but so that was what happened the last time I went to the, I got to see the tour. But both times I went on the tour of St. Louis Children's, and you know, you see the kinds of facilities they have, like in a fairly intimate kind of behind the scenes level. You see a lot of stuff that they do. You meet some of the workers there, some of the employees. You hear some of the stories, that kind of thing, and it's pretty heavy, obviously, because we're talking children's hospitals. People don't, children don't go to a children's hospital because things are going well. They go there because things are, scary. And again, you hear some pretty harrowing stories. You hear positive stories that, well, maybe stories that were kind of scary, but like ended positively, like my friend Mike, and like the girl from Alaska I said. And then you hear stories that are, they were scary, and tragically they don't end positively. And that is like the reality of hospitals, right? Like not everybody that goes in walks out, as unfair as it is. And again, it's heavy stuff, but it's important to talk about it. It's important to like hear the stories. And again, it's a good reminder of like why these things are important. And I remember, the whole time I'm doing the tour, like I'm a sensitive guy. I'm much. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, well, Alex, you got the beard, you got the charisma, you got the handsome, chiseled features. Clearly, you are an Adonis of masculinity. Actually, shockingly, I'm actually kind of a teddy bear. I'm actually kind of a sensitive little snowflake. So, but I'm holding it together, all right? I'm during the tour, I'm keeping my composure. But then, once it's all done, get back to my car and just bawl my eyes out, because it's a lot. It's a lot hearing all of that all at once, you know, all that in the course of like maybe an hour. But again, it's worthwhile, and it's like inspiring, but whew, it's like emotionally draining. But that's a sign of why, or it's a reminder of why these things are important, and why like we do the fundraising, and why I have the goofy memes and all that shit. So it's good. It's sad, but like it's compelling, I think is the word I would use. But yeah, all good stuff, man. All good stuff. Can't see, dude. Mace, you are not wrong. Yeah, like I have friends who are nurses. I have a couple friends that are starting to become doctors, and yeah, I think about that all the time. Whenever I hear the kinds of things they're studying or the kinds of things they do at work, it's like, man, I'm emotionally drained just hearing about it, or just watching an episode of ER, much less living it day to day, and not just having that like physical and mental, but also emotional drain. And of course, the pandemic, it's still technically ongoing. But at the height of the pandemic, people were talking about how nurses and doctors were experiencing like unheard of levels of burnout, on top of already being strained quite a lot, let's be honest. So, like that's something that I just cannot fathom. It makes me never want to complain about my job ever again. Like I will never complain about being stuck in traffic because I had a meeting run late, when I think about, you know, the real shit going
You
down.
can get used to Thorinir. You can find.
Not as hard as red clay and tough as down. I know, Mace. Shocking, right? Shocking that I'm not a 1,000-ton testicle fucking rock star at all times. Sometimes I'm actually a sensitive little dainty little flower, and by sometimes I mean 100% of the time. But you didn't hear that from me, all right? We'll keep that between you and me and the 14 or so other people watching right now.
Hello, guildmate.
Hello, guildmate. I got the stuff, by the way. We got the, what was it, the crown, I think, and the amulet. Now, you're not gonna turn into a necromancer next, will you? Because I went to the place, and they were really nice until I revealed that I was not going to let Magic Marcus suck my boner, or suck the marrow from my boner. I don't know.
Have you recovered
Anyway,
either the bloodworm helm or the necromancer's amulet?
yeah, I got the shit here. Let's do this one first.
Erlav is dead.
Yes, they're all
I tried
dead.
to warn him.
Everyone.
I tried to tell him it was a mistake to leave with the helm. I shall return the helm to a secure place in the tower. It's the least I can do for Erlav. Thank you.
Yeah, Erlav was like, his
Have you
intentions were
recovered the
noble.
necromancer's amulet?
Got a little bit fucked up, but he was doing his darn doodliest. Necromancer's amulet is a less positive story.
Karanya turned on the guild?
She did.
I don't understand. She was one of my most trusted advisors. The situation grows more dire with each passing day, it seems. I fear where this will end. The amulet is safe, however, and that must be enough for now. Thank you for returning it.
See a weird shadow thing on the right, on the side there? It was like a little shadow. Yeah, it's this little dinky shadow friend. Unless someone was, yeah, it's right, Mace. Mace says, unless the price is right, you feel me? Traven is like, yeah, well, that's, or Traven rather, yeah, I know some people are not as excited about this guy. Some people are not thrilled with his style of leadership. If you wanted to suck on him, I know, it's like, hey, if that's all it takes, then, I might know a guy. Excuse me. Checking desserts. Oh, really, Blackbird? Like looking for recipes? In charge for Christmas, so you're like on dessert duty. Because that sounds like a delicious, but probably kind of stressful duty, because yeah, dessert is important. Although, I mean, I say it's important, it's probably pretty easy to make people happy, depending on, you know, if there's culinary restraints that some people might have, you know, egg allergies or lactose intolerance, but, you know, you get like a nice cake or some, like a couple nice pies. I feel like people will be pretty agreeable. It's hard to be mad when you're presented with a nice little pie.
Before we continue, you should speak to Raminus about your advancement within the...
So right now I'm a wizard. What's higher than a wizard? Big wizard? Probably like warlock or not arch wizard, because that's what you are, or you're archmage, whatever. Big whiz, that's it. Big whiz with the big jizz. No, don't say that. Don't say that. Advancement, quick.
Truly consider you an equal, and and so grant you the rank of
Master Wizard. Now we're talking.
There's no higher rank which I can bestow upon you. You have my congratulations and my thanks.
Chocolate orange. Whoa, Blackbird. That sounds amazing. Looking at other things. So that's something you would make then. That sounds probably quite involved, like quite advanced, but that sounds completely incredible. That sounds really, really special. It's the most memorable part. I would be inclined to agree, Mace, because it's the last thing you eat in said meal. So it's the thing that leaves the lasting impression. And again, desserts are like, unless it's something that's, unless like whoever made it really fucked up, it's gonna put a smile on people's faces. So that's like a positive thing. I mean, most meals will put a smile on your face regardless, but the dessert's like that's the fun finisher.
Have you heard about Agronak Gromalog? It turns out.
Oh yes, we've heard all about that one.
Take care.
So we got the big Master Wizard promotion. Chocolate truffles, wow. Truffle sandwich, dude. Yeah, I'm with you, Mace. That sounds amazing. That mango cake, yeah. God damn, that sounds like really, really incredible. 3-layer, wow. Blackbird, are you a professional, like a professional culinary specialist? Because that sounds like an all day, or if not multiple day kind of project. But wowzers, you're not, man. You could have fooled me. That sounds amazing.
Time is against us, and our enemies grow stronger. There is much to do and little time in which to do it. Your next task is essential.
No pressure, by the way. And is there, oh, back in 2013, says it's still that good, Maze. Wow. Can I ask what it was? I have a feeling that you describing it to me will give me dessert envy.
Word has been sent that the
But I am
necromancers
curious.
have been quite busy creating black soul gems for their master.
Okay, I need one.
In
I just need
particular,
one.
A unique black soul gem has been crafted in the south of Cyrodiil in the ruins of Cylorn. This gem needs to be confiscated and brought here before it can be delivered to the King of Worms and used against us.
Why not destroy it?
No, I have need of it. I believe it may be
Uh-oh.
instrumental in saving
I don't think I
our
like the
guild.
sounds of that.
I will explain once you have returned with it. Until then, discussion
Ooh, that
is
doesn't give me the good feels. Yeah, man, here's this ultra mega Satan's testicle. I need you to grab it, but don't destroy it. Bring it to me. I have unspecified uses for it. Just trust me on this. How many times have we done a quest for somebody in a game like this, and they go, yeah, get me the thing. Don't worry about why. Just trust me. Winky face, pinky promise, and then the pinky promise was a lie, and the trust was betrayed. So many times. Mango orange cake. Wow. Yeah, I can't blame them for loving it, because that is the correct emotion to feel.
I've spoken with several individuals I cannot name at this time.
Oh,
Count
wanna
Hasselor has also
mention your
provided
sources?
valuable information, as you well know.
Okay, well, the count is pretty cool, actually, so you got me there, but still, not divulging sources, or at least confiding some kind of info for us, and then also not specifying, like, what his plan is. Like, what's the worst that's gonna happen? Does he think us, a recently promoted Master Wizard, is going to betray his trust? Come on.
A contingent of battle mages has been sent to the site. I would like you to oversee their actions on my behalf. The only thing that matters is that gem. Do you understand? Once you have it safely in your possession, return here immediately. Know that you have my complete confidence. I would not entrust this job to you if I did not feel you were prepared for it. Now go.
Interesting. Half milk, half... Okay, get the juice. Extract some zest. Mango spray. Wow. I'm very impressed, Blackbird. Even if you're not like a culinary professional, you have the acumen of at minimum a badass, if not an actual pro. That sounds amazing. Chocolate shell. Oh wow. Yep, Mace, that sounds dream-worthy, all right. It's probably the kind of thing where, yeah, like, to describe it was tricky, but like you were saying, like, the taste is still dream-worthy. Man, I am envious. I am indeed envious.
There is only one task with which you should be concerned. Intercept that soul gem before it reaches Mannimarco's hands.
Fuck, man, I'm getting hungry. I mean, I got the rest of these almond, what are they? Pumpkin pie, almond, bites sitting next to me, so if I get a snack attack that is of lethal proportions, I've got that to dip into, but we'll see. We'll see if I can hold off.
You must make sure the gem does not reach Mannimarco. We are doomed if it does.
I usually try to avoid eating on stream if I can help it, but for the longer streams, of course, I make an exception.
Hurry to Cylon while there's still time.
Cylon. Sounds amazing. Yeah, it sounds incredibly time-consuming. Probably good for special events, special cases, and Christmas is a hell of a one, obviously, for like big family gatherings. I'm sure your family is a real big fan of you, Blackbird. I bet it's like, yo, I'm sure your name isn't Blackbird, but I bet your family's like, yo, Blackbird's gonna be there. They're bringing them something amazing, so yo, we gotta show up because Blackbird brings the goods. The store-bought frosting. So you're gonna make it yourself? Yeah, man, that's amazing. I respect the dedication. That is really something special. Apparently we've been here before, Sirloin. We're gonna find Magic Marcus in the Sirloin or something. I've been discovered. They will surely have alerted Falcar. They're gonna alert Falcor and have Magic Marcus try to get our asses. I need one of you guys to roleplay as a tree for me so I can stab you and then have you just fall over. Like that one lady who was apparently supposed to be like a scary necromancer person, but then she died in literally 2 hits and she was just adorable. It's the most precious little thing. Now, it said that we were discovered, but this person was the only one. I bet I can get some sneaky attacks. Blueberry wine, chocolate fudge. Wow. I like all those words individually, Blackbird, and I like them all together as well. Carnival cruises. Wow, it's that good. It's called chocolate melting cake. I'm gonna make a note for that, Mace. I'm gonna put a pin on that because my fiance is a pretty darn good cook. I bet I could maybe try to convince her to engage into a... Oh, there he goes, engage into a dessert making adventure. Where we could probably find a recipe online, like an imitation recipe. See if we can recreate it ourselves, because you've inspired me. Blueberry white chocolate. Yeah, that sounds sinful. Grocery day. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, get stuff that's fresh. Yeah, that's a multi-day effort. Yeah, like I said, I'm sure, or at least I hope that your family appreciates all the time and effort and probably money that goes into making this, because that sounds like a lot, but I bet if you'll allow the expression, I bet the proof is in the pudding, or the results are in the pudding. So, Carnival Cruises, chocolate melting cake. Yeah, that's definitely going into the old brain for, like, next time Gracie and I want to make something weird and like and adventurous for dessert, especially. Now, we've been here before. I think we've been here before, not for a quest, but just for fucking around. Oh, we have not, apparently. Oh, I think we were unable to get in. I think we went on the exterior, walked up to the door, and we were told that there was like a force preventing us from entering or something. A Magic Marcus Sirloin force preventing us from getting close. I can make noises too, lady. You're not special. Damn it. I keep forgetting I have other spells. For a while there, I was in like only melee mode because I was trying to buff up my melee skills, but my melee skills are maxed out, so now it's like I might as well use my regular spells then. And I do not only use them for healing, but use them for other things. Oh crap, I meant to level up earlier. I've had many instances of meaning to level. I keep forgetting about it. Google the dessert. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Because a lot of times, if you, especially for like well-known chains, if you Google whatever the thing is, and just like recipe or imitation recipes, it's, I mean, maybe every once in a blue moon you might get the official recipe, but usually those kinds of things are fairly locked away, but you will get, like, imitation recipes that get pretty darn close. That has proven to be pretty effective, in the past, in a lot of cases. What's up, Synth? It was a mild amount of murder. It was just a minor amount of murder. It was self-defense murder or something. There was another one. Here's one coming up as well. Oh, and actually, she kind of murdered herself because I have reflect damage on. So I zapped her once, but then she zapped me, and the zap was enough to kill her. So that was kind of a self-murder for her. Just a little bit. Couldn't find a recipe for orange mango cake. Like the white cake recipe and add very nice Blackbird. Man, I'm very impressed, man. On the Discord, mate? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Anybody can join the Discord server, by the way. It's something I should probably mention more often, but yeah. The Discord server is free for anybody to join, subscriber or non-subscriber. It's all gravy. And, speaking of gravy, we have a food discussion Discord channel. Or, why did I say Discord channel? A food discussion channel within the Discord server. That would be perfecto. Running into my... So that's right. She ran into my reflect damage. I didn't stab her. I didn't stab him. He ran into my sword. I didn't punch him. He ran into my fist. And mysticism up? Yeah, because once again, mysticism is the one that's lagging behind my list of stuff. Mysticism is the only one that's really not at like the, you know, the end game levels, so I gotta up the ante. But yes, the murders did happen. But again, it was self-defense murders, because these are necromancers that attack us on sight with no hesitation. Calls take priority over emails. Oh, really? Oh my god. So you were put on them, but yeah, Blackbird, that's a fuck fest. That is a plain old-fashioned fuck festival. That sounds awful. Hopefully they realize, wow, we've messed up. We need to give Blackbird some help with this, because having one person on email duty is just a disaster waiting to happen. Long-ass phone call. Running into my... Yes, we're running into swords. And no, it's not a euphemism. At least not yet. Not yet. Give it time. The night is young, my friends. Boop, 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 boop. I'm being sneaky snaky. I'm a sneaky snakers. Oops, my sword slipped.
What's that?
Oops, my sword slipped again. And then my spell button slipped. Everything slipped. There was a lot of whoopsie daisies there. You're the only one. Wow. 1,600. Good Christ. So they're clearly coming in at a rate faster than can be dealt with by a single person. So it's like, yeah, I definitely need some backup, man. For every one... God, it's like a Hydra. Yeah, you cut one head off and 4 or 5 take its place. That's a nightmare. Wow. And I'm assuming, Blackbird, these are not just like, oh, I'm just like scanning through and marking them as red. These are probably things you have to respond to and things that take time to resolve if they're incoming tickets or incoming problem reports, what have you. So, yeah, I hope your higher ups recognize that this is not a simple little task, but is actually a big honking mess that they've thrown you into. This way real quick. I was gonna say, I bet this will lead upwards. Onwards and upwards. Oh, there is a person. Running straight at me. Running straight at me when I've demonstrated that I have spells, and she's a high elf. High elves are good at spell casting, but they're particularly vulnerable to spell casting as well. It's like, dude, running straight ahead is just asking for trouble. Try to go for 5 minutes, but yeah, of course, there's gonna be the cases that are much more involved. Yeah, that reminds me a lot of my time doing production support style work at my previous job. It's part of why I don't work there anymore, just because I found that kind of stuff can get really draining, obviously. Although I never had anything nearly as stressful as what Blackbird is describing, so once again, I really have no basis to complain. No basis for complaints. Let's get the torch back out so I can see more gooder. So no buttons down horror. Yeah, we saw the stairs, so I had a feeling that's where it was gonna lead. Same area over here. That will probably lead to a button, although... Can I be sneaky? Maybe? Looks like I can. Now, should I try to be a good boy and follow the anticipated sequence? Let's see where these other things lead. We have a really good acrobatic skill. Holiday rush, right. Stores are closed around this time. Last year, that is. First week yeah, first week sounds like a disaster. Disaster with, like, management trying to like, be... They probably thought they were being smart or being, like, being clever about this, like, priority system they've tried to enforce upon you. It's just some overtime. Yeah, I hope they're fairly compensating you guys, because it sounds like a lot. Oh, there's more peeps. Surprised that guy didn't see me, although I am extra sneaky and extra cheeky right now. Staff pacification. Yeah, sure, I'll grab it. Just gonna sell it, but sure, I'll still not pass up an opportunity for more loots. Or dank loots. Is this technically sneak attack? Yep. Always satisfying when you drop someone in a single hit and the music doesn't even change. Instant murder and then instant continuation. It's like we don't even miss a beat. It's the game saying, alright, anyway, moving on. After felling thine target swiftly and deftly. Some overtime, which would be, yeah, time and a half, exactly, yeah. Fantastic, yeah. Yeah, if you get the time for it and you're, you know, willing to put in some extra hours, yeah, that's gonna be a thick paycheck. But of course, yeah, I recognize that, like a lot of places do it. Like, you have to kind of seek approval for it. Like, I have a social life, Blackbird. Hey, man, I remember my days of working, like, overtime and, like, previous jobs and whatnot, and yeah, sometimes it was like, hey, man, I got nothing else I want to do with, do with my time, and some extra money is nice. And then there are other times, like nowadays, honestly, I wouldn't really want to seek it out necessarily. Like, I earn enough money, I'm doing fine right now. So, like, to me, my time is much more valuable, so I can, do things like streaming and, hanging out with my fiance and hanging out with friends. Like, free time is so limited already, so it's like that's something that is very much at a premium for me, for me, like, right now, this stage of my life. So it's different for everybody, but I've had kind of both extremes before. Now that, to be clear, is where we've already been, isn't it? Yeah, we've already been in that big room. So this was just the other direction. So yeah, this all leads... Right, so we've already been here before. So the only thing we haven't seen, and I bet... Yeah, this is gonna be like the other floors. Okay, so we need to just then... Oh, because we flipped that button earlier. Maybe that opened up something new. Because that one button opened the little false wall, but I wonder if it opened something else as well. So, there's two things we didn't fully check. I'm kind of curious about this one over here. Go back. Not a fan of the phone. Yeah, honestly, I'm in the same boat, Blackbird. If I'm communicating with clients or customers or even sometimes even coworkers, yeah, I would rather write an email or like communicate with through emails because then I can multitask a little bit easier. And I mean, it's like, you know, you have a little bit more time to kind of formulate your responses, that kind of thing. Granted, sometimes it's easier for me to just pick up a phone and call someone. Like sometimes it just gets to the point quicker, but I would say email is kind of my default a lot of the times. 60 to 90. 60 to 90 that's a lot for a single week. I mean, that's yeah, I mean 90, that's over twice. If 8 is the default is 80. So here's this, so new sequence. The sirloin sortis deli. So we have that. Now, curiously enough, we have this guy, which is marked as a thing kind of in the other big room that we saw earlier. It's another instance area. If you got more than 90 HR, yeah, after a certain point, yeah, I'd imagine you would probably have questions from HR, from management. Somewhere down the line, someone or some entity would probably be like, oh, this person is working a lot of hours and getting a thick-ass paycheck. What the hell is going on? Tent in a sleeping bag. Oh, that's a good point. If you work from home, then yeah, that can further enable those kinds of things. Although that can be a downside too. I mean, the flexibility is nice, but also sometimes management's expectations shift with that added flexibility, and they think, well, okay, they can start their day earlier because they don't have to deal with a commute. So that's something else too. But yeah, I also am a fan of working from home when it's an option. So I'm right there with you. So to be clear, if we go back up. So there's something back yonder that I could probably jump to. I could probably cheese it, but I think we're probably not meant to cheese it. We're probably meant to get up there through normal memes. So once again, I'm trying to maybe avoid sequence breaks if I can help it. And I think I can help it in this case. So instead, yeah, I'm just gonna go through this sort of celly and assume that is what we're expected to do. And if we get stuck and we're just without options, then there are sequence breaks we can do. Obviously, that is very much an option. $70 hours a week. Wow, for last holiday rush. Wowzers. Sleep, eat, yeah. No, I'm right with you, Blackbird. I mean, 70 hours a week is a fuck ton. That's a lot. Because yeah, then you're talking, gosh, I don't know, probably close to 12-hour days. So if you need to like get ideally 8 hours of sleep, you gotta eat. I mean, yeah, it's like how do you have time for anything else? That's crazy. I hope you were compensated very well for that overtime you were doing. Break for normal. Yeah, exactly. Like to keep with like some decently healthy life practices, and yeah, that's the minimum. An electrician from home. Oh, so that's your some of the stuff, some of the kinds of things you do, Mace. Is yeah, some styles of work, some types of jobs, unfortunately, yeah, do not have like a work from home component available to them. Like I saw my dentist last week or 2 weeks ago for my once every 6 month checkup. That's the kind of thing you can't really do as a telework opportunity. I had my physical 2 days ago. No, yesterday. Yeah. No, wait, hold on. What day is today? Yeah, had my physical yesterday with my doctor. Seeing a doctor. I mean, granted, some doctor visits could be done through teleworking, but with a physical, they check your heartbeat, they check your lungs, they, feel around your abdomen. There's a number of things that they do, obviously. So yeah, there are just some things that have to be done in person. Just how it goes. see any other secrets or anywhere. I always like to look around for secrets or caches of treasure chests or reliquaries or coffers, that kind of thing. Weren't they paying for your internet? Wait, why aren't they paying for your... You mean your employer, I'm guessing? Yeah, when it lags. Yeah, as in, oh, your job. Right, okay, yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, why your job isn't paying for the internet. Because of how much internet used outside of work, I'm guessing, is what you mean, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I would consider myself an internet power user, so I'm right there with you, honestly. Something that I very much enjoy. And that's the second tome I've gotten. I don't think I've read either one. The first one was Spark something. Spark Flash or Flash something. This one first. There's Summon Faded Wraith. Actually sounds kind of dope. It's pretty useful. Yeah, I think we've already read that one. Flashbolt, that's it. $40-50 hours. Yeah, I'm right there with you, Mace. Yeah. 40 hours is plenty. Yeah, 50 is I haven't done like beyond a 40-hour work week in quite a while. Admittedly. And if I were to do that kind of thing, I'm pretty confident I'd be able to, you know, secure overtime for it, so I'd be compensated accordingly, but yeah, it's not something I would really want to volunteer for, honestly. Wouldn't want to use the internet if your employer was paying. Well, yeah, I guess that's a good point too, because then it's like a, if I'm going to change jobs, then I'm going to lose my internet temporarily. Of course, you know, you could get a different ISP, obviously, but yeah, that would be kind of weird, perhaps. Sleepy times, Quirky. Thanks for hanging out, Quirky. Thanks you for hanging out, my friend. Quirky Teacher is a very responsible person who goes to bed at a very normal hour. Not like myself, who is a weird degenerate who stays up in the strange hours of the night on a Thursday night like a weirdo.
What's that? Nothing to worry about, I guess. Just my
You heard nothing, Mr. Wizardmans. Recipes on YouTube, yeah. Oh yeah. That sounds wonderful. Got his ass. That you know, not the mace, get the staff. He had prominently on display on his back. This guy was really a high-level dude. Relatively high-level dude. Another one over there. Yeah, get those recipes, and yeah, on YouTube, watching streams. Blackbird, yeah, I'm right there with you. I don't watch a lot of YouTube recipes, but I watch a lot of other YouTube things, and I watch a lot of streams. Especially during the day, on days when I'm working from home. It's nice because it's good for background noise. I like listening to music as well, but streams are nice because it's, you know, it's always different and always dynamic. Some streams can be dangerous though, because like it's easy to get sucked in. It's like, oh god, I need to be doing work right now. I can't be getting sucked into this incredible content I'm watching. But it's good to have to kind of break things up a bit. Bunch of novice equipment. Look at these novices. Because you're the one taking care of it. Yeah, that's exactly it. You're kind of relinquishing control to a third party if it's through an employer. And I mean, I guess it's nice that they're paying for it, but yeah, I don't know. That would make me feel a little uneasy. Same with the power bill. What if the bills doesn't get paid? Oh god, that's something I don't even want to consider. Yeah, what if you're in a situation where yeah, the employer, you know, has some kind of arrangement where they help to pay your bill, but yeah, what if there's some kind of issue, there's some kind of delay with the payment, there's like, even if it's just a snafu with bookkeeping or with HR or with whatever entity was responsible for it, you know, the wrong person goes on PTO for 2 weeks and they don't have a person to cover for you know, getting your stuff taken care of. So yeah, you wake up one day and your power's out and it's like, guys, who can I contact about this? And it's a whole mess. Yeah. Yeah, that's I can understand the positive aspects, and I can also understand it being incredibly negative, honestly. What if it only gave you 50 MO? 50 a month? Oh, you mean like 50, like limited, what am I trying to say? Like limited, bandwidth, or limited, like, throughput on a monthly basis? Because, yeah, if they're like, oh, yeah, we're gonna pay your ISP, but the deal is, like, horrible, like, with horrible data caps, or like, super low, like, download rate, like, oh, yeah, it's a great deal, it's gonna be 10 down and 0.05 up. It's like, oh, this is a joke. An absolute joke. Not a funny one. I'm gonna change hot water tank. Oh, really? Oh, Blackbird. Dude, I've had that exact same shit. I mean, you can see the room behind me. My office room is kind of my, you know, dump it in there kind of room. And when I'm streaming, I mean, I don't think people really mind too much when I'm streaming. It's like, it's kind of hard to see exactly what's behind me, so I would imagine people don't really care too much, but yeah, if I'm having company over, yeah, I usually like to make the place look a little bit nicer, a little bit more presentable. Especially the other rooms, you know. Maybe not the bedroom so much, but living room, dining room, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, there have been times where I have the same kind of thing where it's a maintenance person, or it's an internet person, or it's delivery person, and I know they're coming, but I haven't really considered how messy my place is until they're 5 minutes away, and I'm trying to not make it obvious that I'm panicking and trying to clean up, but I am very much panicking and trying to clean up, but I'm trying to be nonchalant about it. Trying to make excuses. It's embarrassing. Taking stuff behind. Yep. Sweeping frantically. Like I hear my door handle jiggle as I turn off the vacuum. Make it not super obvious or anything, right? Not obvious at all. I just kind of walked up to this person. I don't think I'd seen that this person existed. But now they're dead. Oh, they're not dead. Oh, I missed that second attack. I was so confident. Well, I was gonna say they're a high-level necromancer because they have the hood. The hood means that they're at least an adept, but they got very quickly. In the bathtub. Oh no. Oh man, it's like I just cleaned that. Oh, poor Blackbird. Blackbird's like, oh come on, dude. Like I get it. I mean, it's a hot water, or you said it was a hot water heater, right? Hot water tank. Yeah, hot water tank. Yeah. So yeah, it makes sense that it would be stuff in the bathroom or around the bathtub even. But still, it's like, dude, come on, man. This is just adding insult to injury. Not insult to injury, but just an unnecessary level of, oh, can't cast underwater. Okay. It's just like an unnecessary level of antagonism here. Clothes from boxes out of the closet, right? Yeah, so it was a mess. I can't judge. I can't judge because I have done the exact same shit, if not worse, honestly. Yeah, real mess. Yeah, that's how you know it's legit. We're not talking about them normie messes. This is some next level shit. A clothes mountain. I'm usually pretty good about clothes in my closet. What gets me is clothes going into drawers. That's where I get got, where I'll just like put shirts or like pants like on top of my vanity in my bedroom, and that'll just be my system. I'll have like a last in, last out, first in, first out, or no, first in, yeah, a queue. It's basically a queue of clothes, like in the order in which they were last washed. That they'll like be the next ones, like the most recently washed, or not most recently washed. What am I trying to say? When a thing gets washed, I put it into the queue, and then it moves up, and then then yeah, like the thing that is like that it was, I guess, that thing that is clean but hasn't been washed, has been washed the least recent, is next up to be worn. And I just have them sitting on like my vanity, just kind of in a line, like in a very obvious line with like little mini stacks. So like as a result, I just have all the shit sitting on top of my vanity with nothing actually in the drawers below, just because over time I've indulged my laziness to the point where I've just kind of adopted this whole new system that is not particularly complex and is like easy to like follow and understand. But it's like, Alex, you have drawers. This could look so much nicer. Why go out of your way to make it look so weird? I don't know. I don't know why I'm like this. I don't wish to be like this, but it is my curse. So the workers that yeah, it's like, oh, fucking hell, I forgot about this. I think I'm gonna embarrass myself in front. And granted, they're strangers. That's what I always tell myself. These are strangers. I'm probably never gonna see them again. They might tell a story about me. They might be like, yo, I was just at this dude's place and he was messy as hell. But then I also tell myself, you know what? I bet these guys and gals see everything. I bet they see people in their underwear. I bet they see like fucking kitchens that are smelly and dank and gross. I bet they see fucking like kids play areas that are just full of that are like a war zone. So I bet like in the grand scheme of things, it's not that bad. That's what I tell myself because it makes me feel better. Whether or not that is the truth, like if that's the case, remains to be seen. Gonna try to go through stuff, Blackbird. That's what I'm doing right now, obviously, because I'm getting ready to move. Getting ready to move in with my fiance. And because she is, I have a condo. That's where I live. That's where I'm at right now. But she has a house, so it makes more sense to move into her place. And as I'm moving, there is stuff in my closet that you squint really hard, you can maybe see. I know it's kind of small, but there's stuff in my closet that is still in boxes from when I first moved in that I probably really don't need, honestly. I can probably stand to get rid of some of those things. Clothes, absolutely. Stuff I've had sitting in my closet since I first moved in and have not touched since. So it's a good opportunity to go through things and donate or recycle or just toss things that are of no further use. Out of the boxes that were already there anyway. Yep. Looks like I just moved in. Yep. I've been here for 6 years because I moved in. Well, no, not quite. I've been here since 2017, so 5 years. 5.5 though. 5.5 years though. So, and yeah, like I said, I still have some stuff in boxes. So again, I cannot cast any judgment. So what was this then? Where were we coming from? Like, how do we get through this area? Or how do we miss getting to this area previously? Bedroom etiquette and shape before. That's right, Irossi knows that I need to adopt some good habits. I've joked, although it's completely serious. I've talked before how I've never had a roommate before. I've only lived alone or with, like, when I was a kid with my parents. So when I graduated college, I moved out on my own. I've been on my own ever since. Yes, I apparently missed the store this whole time, by the way. And I like living alone, and I've grown quite accustomed to it. But as a result, I have all these like weird habits that probably make me a weird roommate. I hope I'm not a bad roommate. I hope that, you know, I'm that when Gracie and I start living together, that I'm not insufferable. But I'm sure there's like quirks about myself that I haven't really thought about. Like I've just kind of grown so set in my ways over the years that I don't really think about them. So that's like an interesting thing. I'm looking forward to, and I'm also expecting to be amused by. Just 2 garbage bags with the clothes. Yeah, I know what you mean, Blackbird. It's like you want to be responsible and see this as just not maybe like having an explicit need for an opportunity like this, or like an explicit need to say like, oh yes, I need to, you know, compartmentalize and organize things because I'm moving. You're being responsible because you want to do it just to make it look nicer, whereas I have neglected and held off on doing many of these things for many years. Oh, there he is. I was gonna say that it seems like a place where a trap would pop up right as I walk over these panels. But no, I've held off on all those things for so long until I have a more explicit purpose that I can point to. So I appreciate you, Blackbird, being much more responsible much sooner than I ever was. And once again, oh, I'm silenced. Well, not anymore. Although I am out of magic. Not anymore, bitches. Except I missed. I'm missing everything. I'm missing my shots. I'm missing my stabs. I don't have enough magicka. I'm not turning into a tree to fall over anymore. I'm so sad. Now we have an actual honest-to-goodness undead lad. Don't get too many of those. Usually they're attached to a necromancer. This is a oh, he's immune. Yeah, this is a what's the word I'm looking for? A natural gloom wraith, naturally occurring gloom wraith. It is entertaining, Blackbird, absolutely is. Makes me feel more normal. That's the other thing too. That's the other thing too, is that it's endearing and it's humanizing. We all have this kind of shit in some capacity. Some more so than others. Some people are super responsible and keep up to these things, but a lot of us don't. So it makes us feel less weird and less egregious with our misgivings. And the misgivings are ultimately harmless. And you know, it's silly to have a messy bedroom, but it's not going to cause any problems. Let's be honest. It's more of a mental thing. I gotta go for a walk real quick. Yes, I have yet to cross into that stage of relationship comfort where I can just like fucking shit ass in front of her. I try to be tactful, right? I try to be tactful and like, you know, oh, I gotta go to the other room for something. I gotta go get a drink of water, go check on the dog, like, you know, go do something else. And yeah, while I'm out and about, let nature do some things that it needs to do. And then when I get back, hopefully I'm none the wiser. I'm probably not nearly as subtle about it as I think I am. But yeah, I've heard from friends that, yeah, you will eventually, you know, with your partner, you will eventually reach that point where, yep, the bag of fucks is empty. So there are no fucks left to give. And for both of you, both parties, and you just both say, you know what? Who fucking cares? Let that shit, or maybe not the shit, but let the flatulence flow. Only 2 bags of clothes? Yeah, that's a good point too. Yeah, Blackbird's like, wait, only 2 bags? Or your dad rather? Because yeah, 2 bags is not that bad actually. Instead of buying restaurant food, buy clothes. Yeah, but you can't. Wait, you can't eat clothes. Clothes don't give sustenance. Now, granted, clothes are useful. You know, they're good for keeping warm. But like, I think I probably know where you're going at, Blackbird. Like, I'm not really into clothes shopping or like wearing super nice clothes. I think nice clothes look nice, like they look cool on people. But I don't really have an eye for fashion, and I don't really go out and do a lot of stuff. Gracie and I go to restaurants for for dinner from time to time, or go to lunch. I go to the office, obviously. I hang out with friends from time to time, but like none of those things really need super fancy like modern fashion or anything. So I tend to be pretty bare bones. T-shirt and jeans, honestly, and a jacket like what I'm wearing right now is pretty representative of my overall chic. So the idea of spending a bunch of money on clothes makes perfect sense for some people and their walks of life, but not for me. So yeah, so I'm right there with you. I'd rather save the money and spend it on video games and music and things that bring me joy, whereas clothes don't really bring me joy. They do not spark joy. Only wear a few pieces, Blackbird. Yeah, Blackbird. Do you see yourself as a character from a '90s Nickelodeon cartoon show like Doug, where everybody just wears the same outfit? Because I always think of that one episode of Doug where they open up his closet, and inside of Doug's closet is the same shirt, the same pants, same shirt, same pants, same shirt, same pants. Like just copy and pasted the same outfit like a dozen times in his closet. I thought that was so clever. Else I should save. I thought that was so clever. Because it was like a A way to explicitly identify, here's why he wears the same outfit. It's because it's the only thing he has. This is all he has. Because as a kid, I remember thinking about that. I was like, they always wear the same thing. Why is that? They finally gave us the answer we needed. What if there was a fire and you trip on the mess and break your leg? That is a valid question when it comes to, like, when it's a problem. Like, you know, for hoarders or for people that don't have, like, a way, like a clear path for people to move. Especially, yeah, an emergency happens, first responders need to get in. Because, yeah, Ogaza raises a good point. There is an extreme case. And I don't think any of us are you know, have extreme case. I think we're all probably fine. But there are cases where, yeah, people develop an issue. You know, an issue happens. An issue becomes developed, you know, some kind of emotional thing. And suddenly there's a problem and first responders having a hard time getting in through the door. And, yeah, that's when it's not just a fun, quirky, like, oh, sorry, my bedroom's a little bit of a mess. I got clothes on the bed, or I got like a pile of stuff I need to donate or stuff I got to recycle. And it goes from, like, that being a little thing into, like, oh shit, yeah, this is like a health concern. Because, yeah, that's a well-documented thing that does affect a lot of people, and it's, like, usually indicative of some pretty serious problems. Relationship could eventually lead to a bigger kitchen and splitting the bills. Splitting the bills is something I am looking forward to. Kitchen size wise, I would say her kitchen's a little bit bigger than mine, but of course she is the much more talented, much more capable cook between the two of us. So really it would be a matter of me assisting her with cooking. But with a bigger kitchen means that there's two of us are able to assist each other more easier. So that's, you know, pretty compelling. Can never reach that level where I get. Yeah, on the same boat. I'm in the same boat, Mace. Yeah, I'm too shy. I'm a shy little flower. We've identified that I'm both shy and I'm a dainty little flower. I am both of those things. I'm a sensitive little flower and I'm a shy little flower. Little wallflower. What's up, Liddy? Audibly farting good about Liddy. Liddy, that is hashtag couple goals right there. So Liddy, I'm happy for you. I'm like, I want that for you, and I want that for all of us someday. Someday, my friends. Splitting the bills and with rent, yeah. Well, in her case, it's we're fairly fortunate because in her case, it's a mortgage that we'll be paying off. Right now, she's working on it herself, by herself, that is. But once I move in and we're married, we'll probably at some time after we're together, after we're married, we'll refinance the mortgage so that I can contribute to it. We kind of, at one point she was thinking like, well, like, you know, it's like maybe there could be like some arrangement where not going through the hassle of refinancing a mortgage and just keep it in her name exclusively, and I would like pay other things. But it's like, it's not a very large mortgage, but still, if I were to pay internet and power and electricity and, you know, water and like all the other utilities, I don't think it would come close. I'm pretty sure, you know, for it to be a truly even, you know, paying equal parts kind of situation, I would need to contribute in some way. And that's the thing. I want to make sure I'm contributing equal parts, so that it's all samesies. I think that's the fair way to do it. So as a result, it's a matter of trying to make sure we're, you know, that I'm being fair about the finances. What's up, Level 98 Wizard? I can eat clothes and I will eat, and I can and I will, says Level 98 Wizard. Level 98 Wizard says, you can't tell me what to do, Alex. I mean, you're right. A lot of times you can eat anything. A lot of times you can physically eat it. It's just a question of, will it get digested? And will it come out? And will hospitals need to be involved? The food thing isn't as big of an issue, but yes, saving money with splitting rent, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I can't say I blame you. Totally understandable. Yeah, and like I said, as a person who's never had a roommate before, it's something I'm looking forward to. For anybody listening in, by the way, if there's anybody who's in a long-term relationship and you're thinking to yourself, when's Alex gonna start talking about the romance of you know, a long-term relationship, getting engaged, getting married. This is it. This is the romantic part. Talk about splitting bills. Doesn't that sound so sexy? And I'm sure you're all swooning right now. Wow, Alex, you're what a now tell us, Alex, about splitting chores. Oh God, so romantic and steamy. Oh my. So it's like this is what being a grown up comes down to, right? This is what we all have to face at some point as being a grown up, and you know, getting married, getting engaged, cohabitating. These are the sexy, super thrilling, blood pumping situations. It's like yeah, laundry duties and cleaning bathroom schedule, like, you know, who cleans what room on what day, that kind of thing, or how many times per month or how many times per year, that kind of thing. It says got the work uniforms, blue shirt and blue pants. Yeah, that's a good point too. Yeah, if you're like your weekdays a lot of times, and maybe even weekend days sometimes, are spent you know, doing various work things, and yeah, sometimes there's like a work expectation. So like in my case, my workplace is pretty flexible. They allow jeans, they allow t-shirts, nothing graphic, obviously, nothing like, you know, offensive. Oh, you,
What's this?
this guy, I remember him.
Is this the best your pathetic guild could do? If so, our work will be easier than I suspected. And to think, Traven has sent you to defeat us? I should have killed you outright when I had the chance. Well, life is all about second chances, isn't it? I won't waste this one.
Big talk for a fucking podcast, bitch. Who didn't see that coming? He's a high elf. Again, high elves, they're glass cannons, man. They talk big and they can cast big, but they cannot take punches big. Dude fucking went down like a chump. But anyway, yeah, just to complete the thought, yeah, the notion about like, yeah, work clothes, that kind of thing. If that's like so much of yeah, the waking hours for a lot of people, then why bother with expensive clothes? Because if that's what you're limited to. But yeah, like I said, I mean, yeah, as long as what I'm wearing doesn't have anything offensive, no like vulgar or graphic stuff on the t-shirt somewhere. Like I wore this earlier. It's a Dream Theater t-shirt. It's got their logo. It's got some design on it. It's nothing fancy, but it's fine. So I, you know, my place is pretty flexible. I mean, some people wear like nice dress shirts. They wear like the nice ties. Some people go all out, and I don't. I'm very lazy. I don't have a problem. I have definitely. I've never like had it to a point where it's been a problem, but there's definitely been times where I've thought to myself like, yeah, I'm a little bit embarrassed. Like I should get to it a little bit. Closet is in various clones of, oh, your closet has various clones of sweatpants and leggings. I respect it, Liddy. Comfiness is a good vibe, I would say. It's a useful aesthetic. Relationship, we need to go outside, yeah. Well, I mean, full disclosure, Grace and I met each other through a dating app. We used them smartphone apps. It was Tinder. Specifically, Tinder was how we met. So that's Alex, how'd you pull Gracie? Well, I had a very charming Tinder app, and I sent her the most tasteful of dick pics when we matched. I'm kidding. I've never sent a dick pic in my life, but no, it's to your point, of course. Obviously, once you connect with somebody through an app of some variety, then yeah, you want to meet them. Obviously, you want to go out with them and, you know, go on dates and whatnot. But yeah, there, like, I spent a lot of time on various dating apps looking around, looking for someone before I met Gracie, and it's a grind sometimes, right? It takes a while. You got to swipe through a lot of profiles. You got to read a lot of stuff. You have to have awkward conversations. You have to like put in, you know, energy and effort for it. And sometimes you just get fed up with it. You just want to, you know, be like, fuck this. So it's easy to get discouraged after a while, at least. There were like months at a time where it's like just getting no matches, no clicks in the profile. It's like, man, what's happening here? There were times where it was discouraging, for sure. Got her pregnant after a number of months. Yeah, moved in together. Joint bank account. Wow. Joint bank account. It's been good ever since. That's awesome. Yeah. Money is hers and yours is, yeah. The joint bank account thing is an interesting one, Piazza, because I've also, like, it's something we've talked about. I think at the start we're gonna keep them separate, but yeah, it's something that we might eventually go in on as well. Just depending on kind of how we feel and just the state of our combined finances, because again, it really just kind of depends on how we want to, at least at the start, divvy out, again, mortgage payments and utilities and groceries and just various bills. But yeah, Piazza, that's a perfectly valid way to do it, and I'm glad to hear that it works out so well then, because like you said, 8 months in, it's a lot to commit to, but it sounds like it's worked out for you, bud. That's great. This don't have a boyfriend. Oh, I see. Yeah, I got you, Blackbird. Yeah. If you're interested in go. Well, I mean, that's good that, that like the fam is down for whatever. Like I've, in my several years of being, of being single, not for a lack of trying. Yeah, I'd had family confide in me. It's like, hey man, Alex, if there was ever other stuff you're interested in, we're super down. It's like, no, it's not that. Believe me, I'm trying. I'm trying to bring a nice girl home. Believe me. Yeah. Blackbird, I have a number of friends. I was actually thinking about this not too long ago. I have a number of friends who are, to my knowledge, or at least I'll say this much, they've never like expressed that they've, in the time that I've known them, and in the time that I've kept up with them, I've never like seen them or heard them mention having a partner. Some of which are my age in their mid-30s, some of which are older, approaching their 40s in some cases. So yeah, it's some people, I think, get a little bit anxious about that kind of thing. They think like, oh shit, if I haven't had a relationship by this age, like at all, then like I must be really fucked up. It's like, you'd be surprised actually how, I don't want to say it's common, but how not uncommon it is for people to go for either long periods of their life being single, or going several decades before, like, entirely being single, having never been in a relationship. And some people are perfectly content for that, obviously. I've friends of mine that seem, some of which are, well, I don't want to I have to be careful what I say. You never know who's listening. I don't want to give identifying details about anybody else, but I'll just say this much. So yeah, I have some friends where they seem perfectly happy, running the show solo. Like they want to live alone. They want to live their life how they want. They don't want other people. And that's, they want friends, but they don't want a relationship. And then I know others that do want the relationship. They're having a hard time finding the right one, right? Like that's the thing where there's the anxiety. But yeah, everyone's situation is different, and it makes me a little sad when I hear kind of like Blackbird is saying, like, where their family is sometimes giving them the. Hopefully they're not like giving you the business. Hopefully they're just, joking around and it's in good fun, but like I wouldn't want that to give somebody anxiety about like, oh, what's wrong with me, because that stuff can be deep-seated. Oh, my torch ran out. Just not interested in it. Yeah, that's how it is. Some people just aren't into that kind of thing. I have a couple friends who are some flavor of asexual, or maybe they like the romantic stuff, they like flirting, but they're not really into relationship, or they like relationships, but some aspects more so than others. So yeah, it really just does just come down to everyone's got their own things that they're after, things that they want to do. Some people want to get married, have a big old family, have a bunch of kids. Some people not so much. I mean, in Grace and I's case, we've talked about it a bunch. I don't really want kids, and neither does she, and we're both like pretty happy about that. So we could change our minds, obviously, at some time in the future. But like it's interesting that there are expectations sometimes. There's like assumptions at least, but yeah, everybody's got their own goals, which is kind of neat. It's kind of cool. It's kind of what makes us all unique individuals. We're all special. Put a little hat on and everything. Aww. That's adorable, mates. That's adorable. At least they'll be surprised. Yeah, it's exactly like, it sounds like there was like a positive aspect to that, to what Blackbird was saying, at least. Take your time. It's a big thing. It is. Because yeah, like Piazza said, having a kid together, getting married, and it sounds like the kind of thing that, I mean, 8 months in, you probably knew this person pretty well. You probably both knew each other pretty well, but yeah, I'm sure that was an adjustment, at least. In the same level as finances. Yeah, I mean, I don't have the numbers, but I'm pretty sure I've heard at least that one of the leading causes of like long-term relationships or divorces from happening is like finances and disagreements on how to, on spending money, and people feeling, jilted over expectations on this person is making so much money or so much percentage of their household income, but they're not they feel like the other person isn't respecting how much they're bringing in, or vice versa. Those kinds of things can cause tension and blah blah blah. Yeah, Blackbird says just not something I'm into. Yeah, just don't want it. Just yeah, and more power to you, Blackbird. Yeah, the way I see it is that is perfectly valid. Yeah. Friends, but there's not a lot of friends in the city. Right, that makes it trickier as well. Also, Perry, what's up, bud? Thank you for the raid, bud. Thank you very much, Perry. We're playing some Oblivion. We're playing Oblivion to the backdrop of this sad purple face. Look at that very somber looking face of that camera angle. Here's our hero. If anybody needs to see what this man in perfect lighting looks like, here's our hero. We're also talking about, you know, some nice like life is affirming the thing I'm trying to get at. Real life grown-up things like friendships and relationships and what it means to be an adult and responsibilities and moving in with your partner and those kind of things. So all good conversation topics. So I'm too old to have kids now. You'll be 45 when the kid is 10. Interestingly enough, my anecdote that I always offer for that is that my parents were both 40 when I was born. So, and they usually say 40 is like about as high as you want to go. And I am the youngest, so I was the last of my family unit's introductions. It's probably for the best, because yeah, that's beyond a certain point you start to have more chance of complications and whatnot. But yeah, I mean, the answer, of course, is that there's always adoption. You know, there's always other options. It's not like somebody turns 35 and goes, well, my time is up. There's no opportunities. Like, if somebody really wanted kids, they could still make it work in some way. But yeah, I recognize that timing is a factor. You know, it's a factor to consider. Not a huge fan of talking to people. Yeah. It can be stressful, and sometimes we're like making small talk. A lot of people don't like small talk for understandable reasons, because it can be frustrating, and like it can feel forced and fake. Like, yeah, I like to think I do okay with communicating and with talking with people, and certainly with friends and with Gracie and with my family, but also just with strangers. I like to think I can establish that rapport and make connections, but sometimes not so much. Sometimes I'm kind of horrible at it. So it is when I don't blame anybody for not being a fan of that kind of thing, honestly. Viewers after going out, yeah, that is something I identify with big, Mace. Even if it's something that's like a thing I want to do, like going to a concert or going to like I don't really like shopping, honestly, but if I'm like a music store or a video game store or like a convention, good example. If I'm at a convention, I enjoy myself, but only for a couple hours at most. It's like I can't really do this all day like I used to. Blackbird's like, thanks, but no thanks. Yeah, but I thank you to Gauss for shouting out our friend Perry. By the way, Perry was doing some XCOM. Perry, how was XCOM, by the way? Enemy Unknown. That's the kind of the reboot of the series of the franchise. Hope you're enjoying it, by the way, Perry. Because yeah, we're playing some Oblivion. So yes, we're all big fans of this studly man, this studly hero. You can check out his name and his character sheet. He's a memorable lad, all right. Yeah, do you have how'd your stream go, by the way, Perry? Is this your first time playing XCOM? Enemy Unknown, at least. In Kitty Cat's Mace, I can tell you, getting a pet is always a good choice. You really can't go wrong, honestly. Yeah, little buddies, that's right. Calling her that's the thing. If you're not antagonizing your pets, then what are you even doing? If you aren't openly giving shit to your animals and yeah, antagonizing them and making and like giving them embarrassing names, then what's it even worth, right? And in high school, his name was fucking Cat. Because of the clawing, that'll do it. That will do it. It was good. That's awesome. Is it your first time playing it, or are you like is this like just kind of a revisiting? Because I've actually never played any XCOM games, but I would very much like to. Got the colossal Black Soul gem, by the way. Yeah, I would really like to play one of the XCOM games. I mean, there's the Mario and Rabbids Kingdom games. Those are kind of XCOM light, and I kind of want to play those as well. So it's a series that I'm interested in, and I've watched other friends play it. One of my friends was playing one of the original XCOM games in college one time. He had it on his laptop, and I was watching him play it just because I was in between classes, just killing some time. And he had pointed out that he loves the character generators, like the random character generators that the game uses, the old school XCOM games. And he rolled a new character, and the character name that it generated was Shotgun Hernandez. And I determined at that moment in time that I, at some point, want to make like a searing hot meme of a D&D or Pathfinder character named Shotgun Hernandez that just grapples. They're like a would-be luchador character. They just grapple and want to suplex everything. Like, I that's just what comes to mind. I'm just imagining like a muscular luchador who goes like, Shotgun Hernandez, and just fucking suplexes everything. And that's their one trick. They're a one-trick pony. I don't know how sustainable this character would be, but it's something I want to fuck with. So that'd be a good time, I think. With the DLC, really, yeah. Oh, that's right, there's the DLC. The big one, right? The big, like, expansion pack. Because there's Enemy Unknown, but then there's, like, Enemy Within. And that, like, added a bunch of cool stuff to the game. That was Falcar, by the way, was the guy we fought. Falcar was the guy from... What was it? Was it Cheydinhal or Leowin? One of the Mage's Guild chapters where he got all pissy because we asked for a recommendation and he gave us a task, and the task that he gave us was meant to kill us. Like, it was a death trap. And when everybody else confronted him, he, like, flew into a rage and said he was gonna exact revenge. Clearly, he was already, like, on the way out. He was already doing some evil shit, but that, like, sent him over the edge. So anyway, that was, you know, near the beginning of the game. But we never saw or heard from him again until now. We found him in here, and he had the Black Soul Stone, or Soul Gem, and he attempted to accost us. So we fucking murdered him, and he talked real big game too. He was like, I should have killed you when I had the chance, but I will not waste the chance now. Have at you. But enough talk, have at you. And then I two-tapped him, and he dropped like a fucking chump. And we love to see it. However, now we got Zombinos and Ghosterinos, and they are immune to my turning attempts. These guys I can turn, and I will turn. That's one of these, yep. Yeah, Gloom Wraiths are annoying, because I cannot turn them with the spells that I have. Dude, why are you just backing up forever? Fight me, you coward. I'll just back up forever like a chump. It's not that I have amazing knockback, that's definitely not it. Falcar, well, yeah, he was kind of a not nice guy. Controversial opinion, but after a certain point, I started to wonder if maybe he didn't like us. Maybe it had to do with him trying to kill us twice now. The first time he gave us a task that was destined to have us die in the process. In fact, that's how he'd gotten the previous, what's the word, associate? Or mage in training, I'm not sure what the word is. Yeah, there was the guy before us, and we found his corpse in the well, and that was like that was basically the sign of like, oh wow, some shit went down with this guy. Like, he was causing some shit. And it was kind of fucked. Let's do this one. Yeah, frost damage he resists, because he's undead. And they laugh at frost damage. They think it's hilarious. And I got silenced again, yes dang it. Not anymore. Just keep these guys turned. Except I'm out of the juice. Okay, there we go. Have to use turning for crowd control. That's sneak attack damage. There we go. Yeah, crowd control is nice. That way I don't have to be juggling quite as many things, especially when we got these freaking traps out here. Of course, I cannot sneak attack these guys, it seems. What I can do is blast their asses. Asses, consider yourselves blasted. He's just a little bit on fire. Nothing out of the ordinary. Leaning over him. Mama said knock you out, motherfucker! Yeah, just trash talking him. It is deeply, deeply satisfying in games like this when an NPC has this dramatic, like, ego-centered monologue where they talk about how, like, I can't wait to fucking murder your face and then light it on fire and then eat it in front of your grandmother. Like, you know, they just say the most mean-spirited, menacing things, and then you fucking tap their, like, you tap them just instantly, and they go from talking big game to dead in, like, less than 5 seconds. That's deeply satisfying. Didn't happen a lot in the early game, but now that we've, you know, gotten decent spells and decent abilities, we can hold our own quite well. Only for NPCs, though. NPCs, vampires, but any kind of humanoid person, humanoid thing. Undead, monsters, not so much. Those things are so tanky, it's impossible to one-shot any of them ever. But for NPCs, yeah, it's like we can usually dominate pretty easily. Especially if they're a high elf. If they're a high elf, then they I think, just receive twice, if not more, maybe even more, but I think it's a ×2 vulnerability to magic damage. I think we're pretty much done here, by the way. We got the Black Soul Gem. I was actually hoping I could get more Black Soul Gems, because I need one for a Daedra quest. Daedra Shrine quest. But I think I've only found this one that I have in my person. I think also one for the main quest. Many moons ago. So we've looted, loitered and looted. Get the fuck out of here. So Traven said, all right, man, I have need of this incredibly powerful Black Soul Gem. Sorry, I didn't mean to punch you in the ear. I smacked my microphone. He said, I have need of this incredibly powerful Black Soul Gem, and it's super evil, and it's capable of doing horrible things. Anyway, I need it, and no, I will not elaborate on why I need it. And then we asked him, well, how do you know, like, what it is and how it got to this place? And he's like, I know all that info, but I'm not going to tell you how I know that info, as it involves sources that I would rather not reveal. And it's like, damn, dude, you're not giving me much confidence to help you with this task that has all this, like, evil power associated to it. Source, just trust me, bro. That's what this guy is. He's really pulling the Twitter discourse on us. My source, just trust me, bro. Orange creamsicle truffles. Now, Blackbird, I know you were just saying how you're not really a fan of, like, having people over, not really a fan of, like, hanging out with people. I'm going to go ahead and invite myself to your family gathering so that I can eat the entire cake in a single gulp. I'm gonna be like Scooby-Doo, or I guess more like Shaggy. Well, no, well, both. Where, like, they unhinge their jaw and they eat a big cake in one bite, and then they swallow and they see it go down their neck, like their neck bulge, kind of like the silhouette of the thing they ate. That is because all this talk of amazing things that you're making or planning to make, it sounds incredible, and I am infinitely envious of your awesome family for the tasty things they're gonna get to eat. I got the soul gem, the Black Soul Gem.
I cannot thank you enough for bringing.
Let's hope
the gem
he does
here.
not betray
I have need of it immediately.
my trust in him.
We have much to speak of and very little time. A new task awaits you, and it is by far the most important you have been entrusted with.
I don't know, we did some pretty important shit already. We literally saved Cyrodiil, so that's a pretty big one. Orange creamsicle truffles. Wow. I don't even know. I guess it makes sense. Yeah, you could be able to do like a creamsicle thing with like a truffle. It sounds bananas.
Are you truly prepared?
Sounds amazing.
For this task? I cannot be certain what awaits you, but I am sure we will not speak again after you begin.
Well, damn. Does he mean that he thinks we're gonna die, or like he's gonna die? Maybe he's gonna turn himself into a mega, like fucking like a mech. He's gonna mechify himself, turn big into a robot, and just punch Mannimarco right square in the nuts. Spaghetti sauce. Interesting. Spaghetti sauce. Yeah, if you're doing your own sauce. I usually just buy store-bought. I take the easy route. But yeah, doing yourself, that's interesting. I guess you would probably need like a food processor and like obviously vegetables and tomatoes and stuff, but probably like seasonings and whatnot. I bet that would be kind of hard, getting it pureed just right. I've never tried it either, but it would probably be quite involved.
Then hear me, and hear me well.
All right, Traven, what you got?
Mannimarco will have what he seeks, but it will be his undoing at your hands. With this gem in your possession, you will be impervious to his attempts to enthrall you. When he fails, that is when you shall strike.
So shove it up his butt or something?
When we are done speaking, you will take this gem, you will then seek out Mannimarco and destroy him. Get to him any way you can. It is your only hope for defeating him. I have full confidence in you, and so I leave the guild in your care. When I am gone, you will be recognized as Archmage and leader of the guild.
It's the final Mages Guild quest then.
Lead your fellow mages and lead them well. The future rests on your shoulders. Farewell, my friend.
Whoa! Well, was that necessary? I was thinking, okay, he's gonna retire. It wasn't me. I didn't. It doesn't. This looks bad. This looks bad. I should go. But I'm gonna loot his corpse. I thought he was gonna retire. You know, like, hey man, yeah, I'm just gonna vibe. I'm just gonna vibe out and you know, go to Florida or some shit. No, motherfucker, literally self-destructed. He like, time to cast a spell. Ah, and then fucking died. Well, I'll take your staff. I'll take your key. A filled colossal black soul gem. Oh, maybe he filled his own soul with it. Maybe that's what it was. He, like, sacrificed his soul for the gem, maybe. It's pretty fucked up, honestly. Slow cooking tomatoes. Oh, really? Can't have tomato puree. Teaspoon of oil. Some herbs. Yeah, sounds pretty nice, yeah. Yeah, I guess it would depend on like how like weird and crazy you wanted to get, but yeah, that's what you described, Augusto, sounds pretty nice, honestly. What's the quest log say about this? Yeah, he promoted me to Archmage and then fucking died. No mention of his self-destruction, by the way. No mention of that in the quest log. Well, I mean, yeah, he said once this is done, we'll be Archmage, so, I mean, yeah, we're to lead this stuff. Oh, I guess now we have the Archmage quarters, because we are the Archmage, or we're, yeah, for all intents and purposes. Here's the thing we stole. Actually, it would still be theft. So we're allowed in here. Oh, wait, no, we aren't. We're not allowed in here. Never mind. That's weird. So it didn't... Oh, now it's turned red. Okay. Okay, so never mind. We're not allowed in there yet. Not yet. No one else is here. I'm a little bit afraid. It's 8:30. Why is there nobody here? Oh, maybe like Mannimarco's gonna be outside waiting for me. Waiting to step on my nuts. Joke's on him. I'm stepping on my own nuts right now. Half stick of butter? You're not wrong. He died. Yeah, Blackbird. Yeah. He said like, he gave us the quest, and then he's like, you'll never, after I give you this information, you'll never hear from me again. You'll never speak to me again, what have you. And we gave us the info. He said, all right, cool. When this is done, you'll be promoted to Archmage. GG, easy, or GG, WP, well played. And then when we exited the dialogue, he went to cast a spell, like, fire, and he just fucking died. So, and we were the only witness, and it looks bad. Standing over a dead corpse, and we're the only witness to how it all went down, and he's a super important, powerful mage. So, maybe we should just leave before the wrong person sees this. It's weird how deserted this place is. We got the battle mages out back. But, oh, here we go. It's like, oh god, it's getting quiet and scary out there.
Well met.
Hey, can we talk about the guy that's dead in there? Can we talk about this? Bye. I was hoping that some of the other folks would
Hello, Master.
want to talk to
I'm
us.
sorry, fellow Magister, but I don't have time to talk right now.
Can't we talk about the Archmage who's fucking dead and in his
Well met,
thing, in his
Hello,
place?
Master Wizard.
I'm actually kind of surprised they don't want to talk. I mean, everybody's gone when it's only 8:30. It's not that late.
Ah, you must be the Arcane University's newest addition. Crime doesn't pay.
I love this where, yeah, the guards still hate us because of the whole thing that went down in with the Dark Brotherhood many moons ago. So it's like they'll give us a warm welcome, and then you talk to them, they're like, fuck you, we hate you forever.
Looking for Romanus, are you? Well, you'll find him in the lobby of the Archmage's Tower in the
Yeah, but he's
center
not
of
there
University.
now.
Carry on.
Butter chicken without the chicken. That actually sounds amazing too, honestly. Tomato sauce and butter. Yeah. I'm a fan of every single word you just said, Blackbird. In or around that order. Alright, well, we got the goods, though. I guess we return to another one of those... Oops. Another one of those same shrine areas. Because, yeah, we need to encounter Magic Marcus. Oh, Echo Cave, right. We did hear about Echo Cave. Yeah, that was like the place that was mentioned in that book that we had found. Alright, so this might be the end of the Mages Guild questline then, if this all goes according to plan. And it's definitely going to go according to plan, and it's not going to get weird. Actually, have we been here already? We have not. Yeah, we've not been here. We've seen on the map, and we've been at, like, in a bunch of other ancillary places, but we've not been to this place. Now, what will Mannimarco look like? Will he be, like, a standard lich? The usual aesthetic there? Or will he be, like, weird and big and fancy? Ouch. Blech. Now I want some... Yeah, that's something that is always an excellent choice. Maybe making some butter chicken could be next on the list of objectives, yeah. Big jump. I recognize that butter chicken is kind of like a very safe and kind of, I guess to some might be like a boring thing to get at like an Indian restaurant, but so I never order it by itself, but like if I'm at like an Indian food buffet, oh buddy, that's something I love to tear up. Plus that bear was having a heck of a time. Ouch. Is this place? Ah, there is this place. And there's a person. Will they try to fight us upon immediately seeing us? Hopefully I'll get a chance to be fancy. Is he trying to get to us? I think he's just walking around. Alright, so I think he'll want to talk because there's no warning saying that there's you know, angry people nearby. Angry people or angry things.
You would dare to approach the King of Worms?
I sure would.
If you seek an audience with his grace, you must open this door. I hold the key, and I will die defending it.
That can be arranged.
Let's get this over with.
It's a fancy little maneuver he pulled. Trying to get behind me. Gonna turn the little buddy. You're very fast. You're also very dead. Said he wanted to die defending it, so alright. I was hoping he would be like a fancy dude, but just a fucking dude with a knife. We've fought dude with a knife so many times by now. Some zombie notes. There's a sleepy zombino right here. Now what you gotta do, however, is piss off their sacrifice by just fucking dumping it. Needs a key. Oh, I didn't mean to wait. But sure, I mean, that'll restore my health. I actually wanted to save. Use the key. So I guess that guy doesn't appear until you have the quest for it. But an end to him. Yeah, I'm curious what he's gonna look like. Last time we fought like a big bad in this game, they were the size of a goddamn T-Rex. If not bigger. Maroon's Dagon? Yeah, Maroon's Dagon was a big boy. So I wonder if this guy will also be a big boy, or if it'll be like standard lich sized and aesthetic. The one way to find out, baby. There's a friend. A little friend. So once again, utilizing crowd control. Although there's only one crowd, so I guess one's a crowd. I was gonna say there's probably more, so I'm gonna turn the first guy. Oh, okay. Necromancers, blah blah blah. I do love to use turn undead on these things. Yeah, I was gonna say there's a friend throwing shit at me. Ouch. Ouch. Lucky for you, lady, I'm horrible at aiming my shots.
Where are you? If it's a fight,
So she summoned a buddy and then instantly blasted the back of his ass with ice. Lady, that's cold. Literally, that's cold. I'm having a really hard time landing my shots. Landing my shits. I have to get... I was gonna say, I don't want to fight both of them at the same time. Oh, too late now. She's so jumpy. These necromancers are much smarter. They're like jumpy and nimble. Not the weird doofuses that we fought earlier. They were being complete idiots. So I'm having a really hard time managing my resources. I got magic ready. Tell me that didn't hit anybody. Alright, I'm getting impatient. Time to start using things. Things that I've been hoarding for far too long. I got a bunch of these things. Just spam shit. Oh, I did kill one of them. So that means I killed one in a single shot. This lady is so jumpy, I cannot hit her. So jumpy. That is an understandable reaction, Blackbird, to gazing upon our brave hero's weird, fucked up face. That is... some would maybe even say that is the correct reaction, is being like, dear God, what happened? The fuck happened, man? Actually, I think I'm wrong. I think maybe we didn't get the kill of that person whose corpse is in the hallway. I think it's very well possible that was felled by one of their buddies, because this lady loves her big ice spells. It's possible that that guy got hit in the crossfire and got fucked in so many butts. No, not you. I don't want to hit you with that. It's a very annoying situation of... There we go. It's an annoying situation of a bottleneck. So once again, the two high elves got instantly. I think she's a Breton. I think Bretons are more hearty. Greater life detection. Speaking of which, I should do that. Boop. Those two. My volume a little bit, still a little bit on the quiet side. So there was a zombie that ran off. He'll come back. They always come back. Actually, for that matter, I might even have... Was it like greater detect life? I'm thinking it might be worthwhile switching off to a better detect life spell. Greater detect life. Yeah, greater life detection. So when it comes to life detection, what are my options? This one. Insight. Oh, for 5 seconds? Oh, that's pretty pitiful, actually. I want the goods, man. Detect pulse. I thought it said detect plus. What do I currently have? I have major. Or that one's costs 24. Greater is 50. So I bet that's better. 57. That is better. Okay. I want something more substantial. I want to see in the souls of those near me, those around me. I want to see the sins of their ancestors. I want to smell the shit they took 12 years ago. Okay, maybe not quite that far, but I want a general idea of the shit that they took 12 years ago. That's all I want. Nothing weird. Certainly not. Also, it's been long enough. We're back in sneaky mode. Is that the undead? It is. I was actually hoping he would run past me. Sometimes they'll do that. Is that the man? Nah, there's no way. He looks like just a standard nether lich. No way to be that simple. Damn it. Oh, he actually reached me with that bullshit? I thought I was so smart. Shame these guys are so tanky, because even like my really good lightning spells, next to nothing. I think I can turn him because he's a gloom wraith. Yeah, those can be, or just a regular wraith. Those could be turned. These big boys. Yeah, these are the gloomy boys. Gloomy boys, not so much. Fucking hits me once and I'm fucking burdened. God dang it. I don't like it. No, sir, I don't like it. Pack mule. So I can move. I'm schmoving. What? Oh, stuck on something. Anyway. As I was saying, ouch. He's out of there. So a lot of things kind of snuggled up all together like that. It's a little bit weird. I said turn undead. I don't mean like churn and like huddle. Huddle puddle. It's come to me. Approach. He just loves to hang out with his buddies over there, doesn't he? You know what? I can finish this. He's out of there. So I really don't like to focus on multiple undead lads at a time if I can help it. So you're next. He's indeed just a standard netherlich, yeah, nothing fancy. I think I smacked the weapon out of his hands. He got it back. What a cheater. What a cheater picking up a weapon. How dare he. And not letting me stab him in the butt multiple times. I have no idea where that zombie went. Guess that was one too many turning attempts. You go back? We'll see him again. It can't have gone that far. Yeah, then it just goes quiet very suddenly. I'll take it. Probably ran this way. It's actually possible this is the same undead thing, same dread zombie that we saw earlier. And then we're just gonna chase him all the way through the dungeon, through the cavern. Are you the guy? Nah, you're not the guy. You're just a fucking regular dude. Imagine if Mannimarco was just some fucking balding dude and we just one-shot him like that. That would be delightful. Some guy. The real Mannimarco with friends and necromancers we made along the way. I wonder how one gets their start with necromancy in this game or in this universe. Like, how does one first get their first taste of raising undead and I maybe in some cases it's like not voluntary. Maybe they become enthralled by like a super powerful lich or something. Maybe it's like a matter of like liches exercising their power over others, but you would think for some of them at least they're voluntarily going in on it. It's like you wonder how what's like the pipeline to get into necromancy more than just casually, you know, casual necromancy versus necromancy with benefits. Oh, hello. All right, I don't want to stop chasing you around, man. I just want to like, yeah, this way. No, and instantly. See, this is what I'm trying to avoid, dude. Enough magicka. See? You see, now he's gonna heal back to full, by the way, because zombies have ridiculous health regen. So it's that same zombie, I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna chase him through this entire cavern. Because no matter what I do, I cannot get him. I cannot seem to turn him. Oh wow, that had a lot of stuff on. Cannot seem to turn him without him like running deeper into the dungeon every single time. The reason I like to do the turning is because it makes dealing with undead a lot easier, because you can then turn around and hit them with what's that? They can then turn around and you can hit them with sneak attacks super easily. It's delightful. There it is. I'm trying to find the spell.
I'm just warming up, you pathetic worm.
Ouch.
How? That's the best you can do? You're pathetic.
Okay, so we gotta eat one of these things again. This guy is also very jumpy, like the first lady. First lady mage person that we fought earlier. She was very jumpy. It was very hard to hit her. Yeah, I can't hit this guy. He's so quick. He's very squishy, so it's like getting those hits, and then it's nothing. But yeah, I missed him. I'd have like, I don't know, 5-6 castings of that lightning spell. It's like he was always just too quick. Some NPCs, I swear, have like a very good knack for avoiding projectile spells, that kind of thing. And then others have no idea how spells work, and they will just run straight at you with reckless abandon. That disparity is interesting. Excuse me. Woo. I need to level up, by the way. Ugh. Okay. Alright, so anyway. Can we do this, but this way? Oh, the sneak attack isn't even working now. Sneak attack used to be an option, and it is usually, but for whatever reason, it's been kind of finicky lately. Okay, well, finally, after so many chase sequences, this man is dead. This undead zombie is dead. Now, I take a power nap and get that level that I've been wanting to do for like the past couple streams. Do strength And agility and luck. I need to be putting more into luck, methinks. Well, 32. Hard work and dedication. You know it, baby. So we killed many things. Let's inspect our handiwork. Oh, never mind. Some more buddies. See, she ran straight at us. Perfect example of us describing earlier. But I will say, speaking of like AI being surprisingly competent, they've been doing this move a lot more lately, where they'll like sprint at me, and then like, so, pretend I'm this mushroom. They'll like sprint forward, they'll go like ha ha ha, and then they'll go whoosh. They'll like do a little pirouette around you super quick. Like super quick and very, very elegantly. And it makes me wonder if they're doing it intentionally, because it's almost like they're accidentally ending up behind me. As if it's intentional, it's brilliant, because it's very jarring and hard to hit them with melee. But it could also be the kind of thing where they're, like the AI just pathfinding gets a little bit wonky. Vulnerability, I'll take it. Journeyman's Retort. Mace. Give me them things, them thingy things. A door? I like doors. Well, we're in a necromancer's lair, a lich's lair, I suppose. And there's all these sacrificial altars, and there's all these zombies, these hanging corpses, all these necromancers. I think we might be getting close to the big bad. Call it gamer intuition, but I'm starting to wonder if this could perchance be a place where evil things were once or are currently nearby. Echo passages. Let's save. Not sure what to expect. We're gonna get down to this cavern, and this motherfucker's gonna be like, "Welcome, Nerevar. I welcome you under moon and star. Bring Withguard, I have need of it." Or whatever. I can't remember the full thing. Oh, come on, dude. You're supposed to let me sneak up on you. And pee into your pants. You too. I will pee all over my pants, and then who will be sorry?
What's the matter? Getting tired?
Not really. We're still doing all right. Well, she sounded like she was concerned about me. She was asking about my well-being. And make sure we're energized and hydrated. Extra torches. I have been using a lot of torches tonight. We've been doing a lot of dungeon delving, so that kind of comes to the territory, I would say. Master Mortar Pass. Ooh, fancy. Don't mind if I do. Zombie meat in the coffin, not so much. That's right, Mr. Jangles. If pissing your pants is cool, then call me Miles Davis. Whoops, that was caps lock. Oh, I was like, why did I start sprinting? It's because I pressed caps lock, and I got scared. Caps lock is cruise control for coolness. It's also cruise control for fastness. Which, I guess cruise control for fastness just is regular cruise control, then. Wait, I got it. I fucking did it again. I keep trying to press Q to toggle my sneaky modes. Sneaky modes. Oh, fuck. Wrong button. That's okay. Fuck you. Yeah, there's that sneak attack. Yes, sometimes it works. Other times, not so much. Can't believe that worked. Can't believe that worked either, for that matter. Now I'm just terrorizing this undead. Something just hit me just now. I bet there's another archer somewhere doing some shit. Some real shit. It's really dark in here, by the way. Let's see, which one of you is like the real one? Yeah, one of you is the fakey. Whoops, wrong button. Which one is it? There it is. So you're, yeah, I need you to take a timeout. I want to focus on this lesser lad. You can't get sneak attacks on skeletons. Maybe that's what's going on. My favorite is when you disarm an armed skeleton, they just go into punchy modes. I think he tried to hit me and then he just exploded. To marker, that's right, 8-bit llama. That's right. It's a matter of dominance, establishing dominance. Good to see 8-bit llama. Dominance or pissance? It doesn't quite work. Some more friends over that way. It's dark and spooky in this chamber. Oh, heck. I swear, sometimes the sneak attack thing works consistently, and then other times, no dice. So it seems like it just sometimes is exploitable, and other times it is unwilling to meet you halfway. There's nothing else here? Okay. Some more necromancer friends. Some branching paths, too. These people are surprisingly and maybe even frustratingly very observant. Although this person was not. We murdered the person next to them, and they didn't like react until we went for them next. Because sometimes they're very observant, others not so much. Resist cold pants. Yeah, I usually do try to resist cold pants. I usually try to avoid wearing cold pants, so I resist them. That is an accurate sentence, video game. Thank you. Probably not what they meant, but it still works. Resist cold pants. We should all resist cold pants. If I had it my way, we'd all resist pants in general. Coldness notwithstanding. They're very excited. That's why I grabbed them, because, I mean, I'm not going to use them, obviously, but they will be worth some coin. It's a little fire wispy from my torch, I think. A little graphical shenanigans. Path that way. Should repair, by the way. Repair every so often so I can get my stuff extra squeaky. Squeaky and clean for the murders. Yeah, that's exactly it, yeah. Resist cold means keeps nice and toasty. Which means our loins are engulfed in flames. Oh, okay, maybe not flames, but constant warmth. Maybe even too much. Maybe it's like swamp genitals. If they're making their own gravy. And you're a fancy wraith. Yeah, the gloom wraith. Yeah, I can't turn those. Is this a place that leads outdoors? Willpower's been drained. Oh man. That makes me upsetty. Oh, wow, that actually hurt quite a lot. Ouch. Well, now he's dead. This burden lasts for 1,000 years, though. That's annoying. Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah, enchant mundane pants or just make warm clothing. And they decided to go for the latter, or the former, rather. To Echo Cave. Very easy, though. Echo Cave would be back to the original area. Let's keep going then, but know that, yeah, if we reach a dead end, then we'll go this way. If it's a very easy lock, then that's... Well, that's very easy. Easy to deal with. Well, let's see if that's what they mean for us to do. Or if we're to venture elsewhere first. See, we killed the peeps that were in horror. Okay, so we got two options. Necromancer's chamber or little locked dinghy place. Let's go to this one because this is probably the big one. The biggie. I hope it's the biggie. But I hope we get to see something big and scary. We get to spank every single ass. Every single ass in like a 12-mile radius. That's... If we're faced with anything less, I'll be supremely disappointed. Here we go.
Hello? Who's there?
Are you Mannimarco? No, you're just a person, aren't you? Just a necromancer adept. Adept at getting her ass kicked. Fuck you. Yep. Didn't give her a chance. Didn't give her a chance to raise her weapon or cast any spells. Just no opportunity. Our stuff is getting full. Stuff is full. I have a bunch of shit. I have a bunch of shit that I really don't need. A lot of which are, yeah, not great potions. Your paralysis is fine, but yeah, this kind of stuff. Like, these are things that don't even sell very well, so why bother? Yeah, those kinds of things. Where's this shock? I'll drink it. Then 6 of these things. Gross. Get it out of my sight. Bloop. So I'm guessing she was the bodyguard, maybe, for this dude. Yes, there was the door. It's gonna be a dead end. It's water. I actually was not expecting water. Necromancers love their swimming pools, as we all know. They have a big fishy down here, maybe? You know, I actually might need to do... Ooh, frost shell, nice. I might need to do the thing where I switch off to the other amulet, the water-breathing amulet, because we might be in here for a moment. Do precisely that. Boop. Over encumbered, though. Oh, right, because it raises my strength. Oh, quite a lot, apparently. Ooh, that's a problem then. Apparently I have grown rather accustomed to where is it? Where's that other thing I've been wearing for 1,000 years? Not this one. That's a good one too, though. Was that a cruelty's heart? Yeah, that's the one. So instead... This is a temporary measure anyway. Just do it that way. I have a feeling we won't be down here too much longer. So yeah, we swam down this way, so let's keep going this way. Have a good night, Ape Llama. Thanks for stopping and chilling with us for a bit, buddy. Always nice getting to hear from one of our many resident Oblivion experts. Lord knows sometimes I need help. I need to get my torch again. My torch just got all wet. Got all wetted. I'm gonna be surprised if this just loops around. Actually, it very well might loop around to that first area. Looks pretty necromancer-y to me. Drink lots of water and do nice things. Do nice things like use cough drops to soothe things. It's nice. I like nice things. Nice things are nice. Now the opposite of nice things are undead liches, sons of liches. Once again, I don't really know, other than this guy. We know this guy, and he knows of us. Beyond this fella, I don't really know what to expect. All I know is sneak attacks. Fuck this man right the fuck up. And he's dead. I see a thing that's on fire, but that's probably a corpse. Oh, hello. Oh, they are sneak attackable. That's kind of cool. He mad. He big mad. I don't know what these guys... And we know they resist cold. They might be resistant, or, not resistant, what am I trying to say? They might be vulnerable to fire. Oh, but when I was in the water. Oh, he sounds me mid-cast. Ain't that some shit? I mean, I can't hurt you from here. Just gotta wait for the sounds to run out. So this guy could be throwing damage-doing spells at us. All he wanted to do was silence us and then not do anything. He didn't want to damage us. He didn't want to do anything. He just wanted to be annoying. So he silenced us so that he could just sit there and wait for us to do nothing. And then when the sounds wore off, he tried to silence us again. So that guy was just trying to troll us, man. I do want to go back. There was a couple things that I did note. I want to go back for. But this smells of a room that has importance. Like we're nearing the end of the line, right? Fortify luck. Where we're going, we won't need luck. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. I was gonna say, yeah, there was a coffin. He took longsword and some pants and a couple of other odds and ends. Bloop. I'll grab it too. Why the hell not? We'll put another one with gold in it. Hell yes. Because I definitely need more gold. Yes, sir, Bob. I definitely need more gold. I definitely don't have nearly 324,000. A third of a million. Oh, I think well, hold on. Let me think about this. Because yes, there was this other path. Because we took the water path, and that led us... Oh, I thought this was like a trapdoor or something. It is no such thing. So this is still the necromancer's chamber. Right, yeah, that echo passages thing. So we found the echo passages in this water passage. And the water passages led us here. And here we go. I'm gonna go and save. Beep. That looks pretty like final boss looking. Got some big skeleton fingies. Always use more skeleton fingies in my life. Oh, right, there was the separate instance, but also this, yeah, with the wooden door, which is right here. Okay, this is where this all led to. Okay, so the water passage led to the same place. All roads lead to necromancers. I kind of want to see if I can get a sneak attack upon his ass, although there's a chance that he'll want to monologue first. That looks like he's gonna want to monologue. It's like a sneak attack and whoop! What? That was weird. It like teleported me. Maybe I fucked up by trying to be sneaky. Oh, fuck. Well, now I can't get back up. Well, I did save. Yeah, believe me, I want to talk too, but... I think the game doesn't want me... trying to sneak around you. It like teleported me away. No, please tell me there's a way back up. I guess if nothing else... there's... I could just reload the save, yeah. There's gotta be a way out of here, right? That's how I got here. It's so dark. And I can't have a torch out. Oh, here we go. Over encumbered. Yeah, I don't need the water breathing thing. I'm just gonna go back to my previous configuration. This one. Sounds good, Blackbird. No worries, bud. I need only a bit of time to do some additional negotiations myself. Inventory negotiations. Cannot equip this item. Can I eat it? What I should do is use one of these so I can recharge my stiff. There's a few other books that I acquired that I could probably stand to drop. Although, yeah, stuff like this, I definitely don't need. So I'm just trying to, like, drop. I just get rid of some things. Small diary. What was this one? Oh, right, that one. Yeah, we don't need that one. Try to look for items like that in our inventory, that quest items that are long since past their usefulness. Yeah, another one from the Maroon's Dagon. What's it called? The Thundercliff Watch stuff, where we got Maroon's Razor. I got that one. Left detection. Yeah, we got all these. Brawl Shell. I knew there was one we had missed. That one we already got. Let's drop that one too. Ability, we got that one. That's yeah, it's the paralyzed one. We can't actually use it, but we have it. Okay, everything else is good. Bloop. So they're all just floating in the water. Oh god. Right, so we were trying to have a nice and pleasant conversation with this lad. We got rudely knocked downwards. Oh, that's what it was. The spikes came up and prevented me from getting through to him. Oh god. I think we might have soft locked. Yeah, I have to reload the save. Good thing I made that save then. Oh, fuck. Oh, you can jump over. Thank fucking god. Alright, let's talk. Oh, you want to talk? Oh, okay.
O Lord was unsuccessful in delaying you. Very well. I shall reanimate him once we are done here. Perhaps we shall chat for a while, since you really have no other options. I must say, I expected Archmage Traven, rather than his star pupil. I am disappointed to see that he could not face me himself. I have met so many of his predecessors over the years. I developed a particular fondness for Galerion, ill-preserved though he may be.
Like that name's familiar.
But here you are instead, skilled enough to make it this far, which speaks volumes about you. Perhaps you'll be as useful to me as Traven would.
I don't know. I'm pretty useless. So I can say I'll never help you, or I'll serve you if you spare me. We want to be, do we want to at least express interest in joining him, or do we want to be, defiant?
Oh, my dear. I didn't mean to imply that you have a choice. I will make you another.
There probably
in
really wasn't a
long
choice there anyway.
tradition of worm thralls, and take my time in studying you. Your very soul will be forfeit to me.
What?
Power, my dear friend. I seek power. And so I acquire.
I mean, we
and
kind of already
study
knew this, though.
those who have some degree of it. We are after the same things, your guild and I. Yet you worry about good and evil, and do not accept they are manifestations of the same thing. So you brand me a villain, and make vain attempts to destroy me. I watch, and I wait, and I collect you when you come for me. Instead of drawing Traven out, I have received you instead.
The good news is that Traven is dead,
Perhaps
so I guess mission
shall
accomplished.
personally go and collect him when we are done here.
Is he, like, sad that his stuff isn't working, by the way? So I stabbed him in the head, and now he's dead. Is that really it, though? Also, there was, like, no dramatic moment when he was like, oh, that's weird, my spells aren't working. He had a plain-ass silver dagger. No fancy weapons. Staff of Worms. Reanimate. On target. Huh. That sounds cool. This is nothing special about it, obviously. Gotta drop more shit. Don't think I need half of these. So I'll drop some troll fat on his face to mark my presence here. Mark my territory. I'm thinking there's probably more, right? Like we're gonna try to leave and then he's gonna raise from the dead and then be in like a big scary form. Like, surely that's not it, right? He's all excited, he's gonna turn me into his thrall, and there was no grand reveal when we were like, oh, by the way, your thrall attempts are worthless because we got the cool black soul stone, soul gem thing. Well, I will add insult to injury by dumping his dead ass into the water. I would piss on his corpse if I could. I'm sure there's a mod for it. Down he goes. Bloop. And take your stupid ass silver dagger too. At least don't insult me with a shitty weapon like that. At least bring like a sword or something cool. A mace. This is some puny, unenchanted dagger. No enchantment, no fancy, nothing's just pitiful. Kidding me? Embarrassing. Okay, well, otherwise, there was that one area that had I think it was a very easy lock that we can obviously get past no problem. I'm guessing that's just like an alternate passage to get out of here. And it really is that, huh? I was really thinking that there was gonna be more to it. There could still be, but I keep walking further away and nothing keeps happening, so I mean, kind of an anticlimax, honestly. I guess it's the journey, not the destination, right? I guess that's the greater focus here. Echo passages. Yeah, I think the one to Echo Cave is what I'm looking for. Alright, everyone's dead. Or undead. Well, no, in this case, they're just actually dead. Except now it's open. Earlier it was a very easy lock. Oh, this is the right. We were here earlier when there was stuff down below, but we couldn't find a way to attack the things that were up top. Turns out there was nothing up top. Yeah, this doesn't even lead anywhere. So okay, well that's nice then. So we need to get the fuck out of Dodge. Then, whoops, wrong button. And I want to go this way. Ouch. Trying to retrace my steps. Here we go. Just follow the breadcrumb of dead bodies. Breadcrumb trail of dead bodies. And then we're out. Was that really it? I think that was really it. They said go back to the Arcane University and announce our victory, so I will do my darndest to try just that. Also, out of curiosity, do we still have the Soul Stone? Soul Gem? We do. It's still filled. I still kind of want to use it for the Daedra quest. As we have a Daedra quest where we need to turn in or provide a black soul stone, soul gem. So that would do it, probably. He didn't say it had to be colossal or any particular size. Hopefully this will count. To the Arcane University, are we going to be met with, like, death and destruction? Will it be on fire when we get there? Oh, I had my torch out the whole time. No, it looks very not on fire. Was that really it? Hello, Mage Scholar. That's me. Well, damn.
Archmage, you have returned.
That's me.
Mannimarco has been defeated? I can hardly believe it.
Me too, honestly. It was strangely easy.
I received a note from Archmage Traven. I know what he did for us and that he selected you to take his place. I will mourn for him during my own private time. For now, I cannot help but rejoice. You have brought safety to the guild, and I thank you. I've already sent word to all the local guild halls that you are now in charge. Congratulations, Archmage.
Hell yeah. So there it is. Confront the king. Archmage's hood. And robe. And dildo. Ah, darn. I was hopeful. One can hope. So there it is. Mage's quest is done. Mage's guild quest line is done. So we have amassed so Archmage of the Mages Guild and Master Thief, or I guess Grey Fox of the Thieves Guild, and Speaker of, well, not Speaker, Listener of the Dark Brotherhood. Fighters Guild is up next then, as far as like major main accomplishments we want to work towards. What is this though? Ingredient collection.
As the Archmage, you are entitled to certain privileges. In addition to the full use of all guild facilities, there is one service available to you. Juliana
the way he said that is very questionable.
Archmage Traven in collecting alchemical ingredients for his personal research. As the new Archmage, I'm sure she'll extend the service to you as well. At your convenience, consult her at the Lustratorium.
Not the Lustratorium, Lustratorium, which I'm sure has a very different definition. And maybe that's it, Liddy. Yeah, I mean, a lot of times these encounters are scaled to match with our abilities. But yeah, that guy was kind of a chump, so maybe we did this kind of late in the game, so to speak.
A friend of mine is a member of the Legion. He said some Altmer nobleman was murdered right here in the city. Phalian, I think his name was.
That sounds like something we probably would have done.
Well, Archmage.
Oh, over encumbered, by the way. Because, yeah, we got a bunch of stuff. So what all did we get? We got the robe and the hood. Oh, there's like nothing to them, though. There's no enchantment, no nothing. They probably look neat. Yeah, they look cool. But they don't, like, offer a cool thing, whereas these offer very cool things. Yeah. And in fact, for that matter, we have a bunch of these kinds of things that I'm just going to get rid of. Because there's no sell value to them is the problem. So, Fortify Snake. I mean, I can almost see a purpose for some of these. Robe of the Conjurer, that one's alright. Apprentice, yeah. 6 willpower for a robe, that's pretty weak sauce. But it's a shame that there's no there's no selling power that they have, so. Anyway, I want to go to the Yes, there we go. It's all glowing welcomingly. Archmage's quarters. This is us. We're the Archmage. Hell yeah. So no longer is it thieviness to steal Horomir's ice staff, although I don't know what it do. I'm over encumbered. I know. Is it like good? Cross damage. Chameleon on target. Ugh, that's kind of weird. 10 30 points on or 10 points in 30 feet. No is the answer. It's really not that good. Well, not that good at all. So I mean, it looks pretty. I'll give him that. But it's kind of lame for being like the top tier best staff in all the Arcane University. It is deeply disappointing. Got a bunch of stuff to sell. We got other things to kind of. Oh, look at that! It's the same mages, a mages university kind of thing. So floating books aren't that weird. We have a number of things to deal with now that this is all done. Mage's Guild questline is done. Things to sell and affairs to wrap up. I'm kind of curious about the Lust Zone.
I hope I can help. Bye.
I keep hoping for like fancy treatment by these folks. Now it's probably kind of late. Yeah, 1:40 a.m. A little bit late. I'm curious though about the ingredients list. So we're entitled to some cool things.
Do you know?
Good day.
I hear you got an ingredient collection.
Ah, yes.
Not list, but
Archmage
collection.
Traven was quite fond of making potions in his spare time. So much so, in fact, that it became difficult for me to meet his needs. I finally accommodated him
Made
by
his own skooma.
enchanting a very special chest for him. You'll find it in the Archmage's quarters.
That's what that was.
Once a week, place a single ingredient in the chest. After 24
Oh,
hours,
that's cool.
you'll find a sizable quantity of the ingredient available for use. Do be prompt in collecting them, however. Anything left in the chest for a full week will be destroyed.
Interesting.
And
So you got to
before
keep up with it.
ask, yes, this only works with ingredients. Be very careful in what you place in that chest. I can't be held responsible.
I'm going to stick my dick in it. I'm not going to, but I thought about it. Briefly.
I heard that thieves broke into the Arcane University, the Imperial Legion compound, and the temple all on the same night.
And I definitely had nothing to do with it.
If you
Hello.
come across any unusual... The Tiber Septim Hotel is a nice place.
It's a nice place.
Not cheap.
But yeah, that really does end the Mages Guild. For all intensive purposes, Mages Guild is done. So that means Fighters Guild is up next. And of course, we've already done quite a lot of Fighters Guild stuff, but the resuming the Fighters Guild line would be the next kind of major task. And I'm pretty sure that Fighters Guild line would not be stuff with Orion specifically. I'm pretty sure that'd be doing quests again for the guy in Anvil, as well as the guy in Coral, I do believe. We learned that last time. In fact, let's do a quick check on precisely what I was just saying. Let's stop by Coral real quick. In fact, I think Coral is where the Fighters Guild, where Orion, the Fighters Guild champion, is. So we can stop with, or we can check in on him really fast. Though I don't expect anything beyond just the usual. All right, except he doesn't rest in the guild hall itself. He likes to chill elsewhere. So for 6 hours, 10 a.m. 10 a.m. is hopefully reasonable. Or 11, same thing. I fully expect him to say like, "Hey man, I don't have any quests for you right now. Come back later, fam." See, he's like right here.
How are you?
Unless you don't give quests, do you?
Well met.
You do not. Welcome back, by the way, Blackbird. Whoa. Uh-oh, that's not good. Oh boy. Coming back game. Oop, oop. Oh boy, that was a doozy. That was a good one. Yeah, stream pooped out for a second there. All right, give me 1 second. So, I alt tabbed briefly. That's on me. That's on me, big dog. I shouldn't have alt tabbed. That was on me. All right, there we go. Anyway, as I was saying, welcome back, Blackbird. And what if we do Mage Guild before Thieves Guild? Yeah, we would steal ourselves. Steal from ourselves, rather. Yeah, that's a really good point because yeah, by that point, it's not thievery. It is something that we own. So I guess by that point, as long as we like deliver the object, you know, we deliver the staff, that's probably sufficient. But you're right, it wouldn't be nearly as difficult. Who turned off the... Yeah, it got a little bit silly. As I made the brash decision to alt-tab.
Fine greetings to you.
For a few seconds, that was too much. I wonder if Orion's just not here. Like, maybe with the quest line, he's like, oh, I gotta do other things. Oh, you know what? That's exactly what it was. He went to go talk to the Countess. Yeah, he's groveling in front of the Countess right now. I wonder if we actually go to the castle, if we can see that all go down. It's the chapel. It's like a castle structure, but it's not the castle. I think the castle is... Here it is. But otherwise, yeah, it's the anvil guy. Or... Oh wait, we're already in Coral, so it can't be Coral. There's the guy that calls us meat. He's an orc lad.
Go away.
Yes, Orion's not in here. Dang it. I wanted to see some drama. What's this little crack in there? He just stares at her the whole time. It's kind of weird. Kind of creepy. So with that, I instead go here. Just fly all the way through. Fly, you fools. This one? Yes. Oh, what am I doing? Not the castle. The Fighters Guild. Not the castle, you doofus. You dang old doofus. It would be by the main gate, I think. Yeah, because it's like right when you first enter. Yeah, it's so easy to find, yet I've gone past it so many times. It's embarrassing.
Like what I see.
That's
But what
right.
work are you? I've got one last contract.
One
First,
last
though, a bit of
one.
bad news.
Uh-oh.
Rain spoke with Velena about your last mission.
And it went swimmingly?
She didn't take the news well.
Oh.
Orain has been expelled.
Oh.
And I'm sorry to do this, but you've been demoted to defender.
Fuck!
Be fine.
Can I get advancement back to offender or whatever I was?
I can't promote you. Not now. You'll need to get some contracts completed, and then I can do it.
What was I previously? Spanker or dick slapper or butt sucker? I can't remember. Alright, so we have a contract for next time. And we will indeed say that for next time. It is late, so we'll go ahead and wrap it up here. But yeah, not surprising that, well, the whole Orion, that one dude getting murdered from a Blackwood Company quest involvement thing. Yeah, it's not surprising that has had consequences. So we will expand upon said consequences and learn more about them next time. But the Mage's Quest is done. Mage's Guild quest is done. There is a not unsubstantial chance that when we play this game next, we will finish up the Fighters Guild quest. And once the Fighters Guild quest is done, quest line is done, there's nothing stopping us from going full hog into DLC content. And with DLC, well, hold on. DLC content is a redundant acronym because it's downloadable content. Anyway, so DLC stuff, because yeah, I think what I would do next after the Fighters Guild would be the pilgrimage. So we'd probably knock that out, which I'm assuming is the extent, or leads us through the Knights of the Nine quest line. But then once that's done, the floodgates are open, then we're going to the Shivering Isles, which everybody says is amazeballs. So, Fighters Guild completion, leading to Knights of the Nine, leading to Shivering Isles. I'm very excited. Oh, and the arena. You're right, Lydia. Or Liddy. Yeah, we'd actually probably do that in between. So, like, maybe Fighters Guild and then the arena. I think Fighters Guild leading into the arena makes perfect sense, all things considered. So, yes, good reminder, Lydia. I'd forgotten about the arena. We're fairly high level and probably overpowered, so I don't expect any issues. But yes, yeah, that'd be a good one to do. That'd be very, very good. But anyway, this was awesome, and yeah, really good progress, and we've got like still a lot of cool things to look forward to, but we're knocking things out with this game, man. I mean, I do enjoy my time with this game. I have been enjoying it, and I'm also excited to play other stuff. So I'm both enjoying the fact that the game is good and that I'm enjoying myself, and I'm also enjoying the fact that we're not too far off from ending the game, and then we can do other things. But we're the rate things are going, it looks like we'll be able to end it with a bang, which is good. Should be pretty easy. Yeah, well, it'll be a good thing to accomplish though, which is nice. But real quick, just two things. Well, I guess three things. The first of which is let's check our bingo board. Let's see if we got lucky and got a bingo tonight. Because there was a lot of things tonight that I just kind of was noting in my head as far as like things that took place that don't always take place. Things we explored and things we attempted, things we did that don't always happen. So there's a chance we could have a bingo board or bingo on tonight's bingo board. You can generate your own if you wish. You can generate your own bingo board if you wish. I will generate one myself and take a look. And for every bingo board that succeeds at a bingo, we'll do a free nut, and I'll add 5 more points to the extra life counter, which is always good. So yeah, we'll see how tonight's stream went. So was there any, did we die? No, we did not. No disposition at all. Knocked down by melee. I don't think we got knocked down at all. No paralysis or knockdown. Killed an enemy with a single hit. Yes. Sneak attacks happened. Leveled up. Did happen. Completed faction quest. Yes. Alien Ruin. Yes. Technically, yes. We were in the Sirloin place. Sirloin. Oh, thank you as well, Jet. No, thank you again for that reset, brother, man. It still blows my mind, man. 36 months. Holy shit. Useful piece of equipment. You know what? That amulet was kind of cool. That amulet was useful. We didn't get to keep it, unfortunately. But that was pretty cool. Acquired spell, yes. Oh, enemy takes damage from environment or friendly fire. Here's the thing. We didn't actually see friendly fire go down, but there was evidence that it happened. So you know what? Let's go ahead and say that happened. Let's go ahead and say that we saw friendly. Well, again, we didn't see it, but we saw evidence of it. So I think I'm willing to say that's good enough. So that's a bingo right there. So that's a free nut. And 5 points on the counter. I know you can't see the counter. Whoops. Is it from 80 to 85? Let's keep going though. Over encumbered, yes. Abandoned mine, yes. I am live, yes. Oh, no vampires, because I did. Well, actually. Well, okay, this is. Sure, I'll say that counts. Visits Imperial City. Sure. We actually never went to the city. We were in the university, which is attached to the city. Yeah, kind of yes, kind of no. But yeah, we never saw a vampire tonight. Paralyzed spell, no. Stream goes live. We started late tonight. No diseases. Did Shrine, no. Abandoned castle, yes. No fences, no raid. Actually, we got one raid from hold on. That's right, Perry. Yeah, Perry raided us, right. Sound spell, yes. Drinking potion, yes. No very hard locks tonight, unfortunately. We only saw one and we had a key for it, so no very hard locks. Okay, so we actually almost had a second bingo. Oh, and a third one here. If we would have sold some stolen goods, that would have done it. Yeah. So wow, this is a very high scoring bingo board, I would say. We got one. Oh, we got one. Second in a row. Very good. Very good stuff. So yeah, that concludes the bingo board portion of the stream. So thank you all for watching. And El Gaso's got one too, dude. Yeah, go ahead and hit us with the link, or you can send a screenshot too, for that matter. But probably the link is the easiest one. I know there's a little thingy right here. If you click this guy, it'll copy it to your clipboard. Pretty neat. Pretty neat. That is a very appropriate emote, by the way, for having bingo board excitement. So I want to see the goods. Like this, make sure this. I haven't missed anything else. He's got the link, got the linky dinky, perfect. Hit by silence, cave, useful piece of equipment, kill enemy with a single hit, visit Imperial City. Yeah, that counts. That counts. Yeah. The only one I'm like a little bit uncertain about was the useful piece of equipment. Yeah, it's like we found it. We didn't get to keep it, but we did find it technically. So like that one absolutely counts. That one absolutely counts. Anything else that happened? Actually, we did get a Marauder at the very beginning. We got a Marauder. No TED Talks. Not going into. Oh well, this one might happen maybe. Text unrelated me. I didn't do that. Yes to bathroom break. No knockdown. No bounty. No reloading. Sneak attack. Oh, I did do this. Sneak attack against an enemy did happen. Sneak attack an enemy did happen. So right there is another bingo.
Nut.
So that's one, and then two.
Nut.
So 2 free nuts and 10 points. Okay, this is a lucrative night when it comes to bingo accomplishments. Let's keep going. There could be more. There's always, not always, but there could be more. No diseases. I talked to a guard. Yes, I did technically talk to a guard. No blessings from way shrines. No vampire, unfortunately. Did level up. Takes damage from friendly fire. I get, yeah, that's the one where I'm like, we'll say yes. We'll say yes. We didn't see it, but we'll say that friendly fire, it was fairly likely. I did not die. This did happen. Entered the keep. Okay, so if I would have contracted a disease, that would have been a 3rd bingo board. And if I would have died, that would have been a 4th bingo board. Or I'm sorry, bingo board. 4th successful bingo. So this could have had 4 bingos. We were almost drawing up a perimeter around the middle entries, the central entries. But yeah, good stuff, Agasso. Thank you for playing along, and thank you for sharing this. This is great. Great stuff, man. Like I said, lots of nuts and lots of extra points to the extra life point system. Excellent, man. Thanks for playing along with this and encouraging these silly, fun things. I love it. So with that, like I said, thank you for watching, friends.